Hi, welcome back guys. This is your friend, the What If guy, back with another fanfiction. This is the first part of What If Issei becomes RISER Pheonix. Now before starting, please give this video a like and subscribe to the channel if you want more videos like this. Now let's get into the fanfic. Time skip. 3 years later, a lot have happened in these 3 years. I was stuck in a marriage contract with RISER, much like the original story. Marriage contract was signed by both the families. Other than this, I started training, doing all kinds of exercises like push-ups, sit-ups, and squads. Full one punch man workout with more repetitions. RISER while doing sit-ups in mind. I started this training at this early age because almost all the devils never do training or workout their entire life, and this gonna give me an advantage over them, and combining with my Pheonix regeneration I gonna be unstoppable in the future. RISER in mind. This gonna completely work if I was in a real and logical world. In this world people get boost in their power by thinking about Bub. For example, when Issei was fighting against Valley at the peace meeting, Valley was much stronger than Issei, and combining with his half Lucifer BLD was completely unstoppable for Issei, but still Issei almost managed to defeat Valley with the power of pay. This doesn't even make any sense. RISER in mind. I need some kind of scared gear, or more specifically boosted gear, or divine dividing, or maybe both, so I have to find a way to get them. Time skip. I was in the library searching for many hours now but unable to find the book which I need. Then I grab few books which grab my attention. I grabbed them and started reading and learning them. After 3 hours someone entered the library, but I was busy in reading and learning from the books I grabbed earlier. That's when someone from behind me called me. "What are you doing here, RISER?" I turned back. I saw Lady Pheonix, or my mother. She was just behind and staring at me. "Mother, why do you want to learn all of this?" she asked, gesturing at the books scattered around me there. Titles ranging from The Art of War, Scientific Principles of Entropy and its Relation to Nuclear Physics, to a few less scientific tomes with titles like Methods of Flame Calling to Annihilate Thine Enemies, and one simple black tome with the title of Necronomicon, and many other books on magic and many books on sacred gears. I looked at my mother for a few long moments as I gave her question the consideration that it was due before finally taking a deep breath and speaking. "RISER, I need to get stronger in the next 17 or 18 years, so that I will become the young strongest devil of this generation and can make my mother and my family proud, and when I face any problem or any danger I needed to be ready to protect my mother and my family and even the underworld." RISER in mind. Please by this please. I was praying that my mother by this made up lie, and she did. My mother hugged me tightly, bless her soul. She told me that she was really happy to have me as her son, and just looked at me silently for a few seconds before nodding and pointing me in the direction of a few new books, and making me a promise that when I became a high-class devil, and if I still wanted to become stronger, she would teach me. I was really happy, but I looked at my mother and said, "RISER, Mother, I want you to hide this from everyone about my training and about my power." Mother with worried expression. "Why my son, RISER?" "Because mother, if everyone knows my power and how I am, they gonna fake themselves in front of me and try to fool me and take advantage of me when I let my guard down." My mother looked at me silently for a few seconds before nodding, and she said, "Mother, it's your wish, son, do as you want. I will always gonna support you and always gonna be in your side." I hugged her and she hugged me too. "RISER, love you mother, mother. Love you too my child." Time skip. Fast forward another few years, and I had grown by leaps and bounds. While I was at the high level of a high-class devil for a being of 67 years old, this a huge thing because the strongest young devil Serorg Bale was at low level of high-class devil. My 2 older siblings and my father were surprised at my rabid dedication to the Pheonix family, magics and my training, but eventually just shrugged it off because they can't feel my full power because of the seals my mother put on me on my request so that I will look like normal devil boy. Ravel has been born now. She was about 2 to 3 years old and she loves to spend time with me, but I can't spend a lot of time with her because of my constant training, but did play with her at night and read her a storybook at her bedtime. Time skip. I was 9 now and I was at the low level of ultimate class because of my constant physical training, and because of my Pheonix regeneration I was able to keeping moving forward and never faces an injury or anything like that. The Pheonix regeneration keeps regenerating my body at the times of need, and my magical training with my mother helped me to pass and break thought high level of the high class, and I was now at low ultimate class. Mother places and seal on me so that no one can feel my power, and tomorrow was special day. I was in the kitchen with Ravel as I was making Ravel some Candice. Ravel look at me and ask Ravel, Brother, tomorrow isn't special day, you gonna get your own evil pieces. Can I became the first member of your peerage, she said to me as she was blushing. Evil pieces, also known as the devil's pieces, are a set of 15 chess pieces given to high-class devils to increase their ranks by reincarnating other beings into devils. I was shocked when she asked me that question, but I smiled at her. RISER, of course my lovely sister, you will become my first peerage member if you wish, as your wish is my command. I smile at her. Ravel hugged me and says, Ravel, thank you. Thank you so much, Onayakan, as I hugged her back, and says, RISER, it's alright my dear sister. Next chapter, Evil Pieces. Please follow me at Wattpad. Thank you for all. Any suggestion who should I join in RISER peerage are the blank spots. You can help me suggesting who you wanna see in his peerage. King, RISER Pheonix. Queen, decided first bishop. Ravel second bishop. First rook, decided second rook. 1 st kite, decided second kite. Decided pawn 1, decided pawn 2, decided pawn 3, decided pawn 4, pawn 5, pawn 6, pawn 7, pawn 8. Please follow me at Wattpad. Thank you for all. Today I was finally about to get my evil pieces. I was getting ready to meet the Devil King Ajuka Beelzebub in his laboratory. To get my evil pieces I was going with my mom, Lady Pheonix, and Dad, Lord Pheonix. Along with Ravel, I am wearing at that time my favorite outfit, which given to me by my mom and dad at my 9th birthday. Recently we all get ready and was waiting for Ravel. Then she arrives. She was wearing a cute pink dress and she was looking super cute in that dress. Beating heart. Lord Pheonix / father. Alright, are all of you ready? Next stop, Ajuka's laboratory. Then Pheonix family magic circle appears and we all step into it and vanished and arrive at Devil King Ajuka Beelzebub laboratory. When we enter the laboratory we see Ajuka was waiting next to the king piece registry with the machine to produce evil pieces and bind them to said person, Ajuka Beelzebub. Lord and Lady Pheonix was waiting for you guys. How are you, Lord and Lady Pheonix? We are great, Ajuka. What you, Ajuka Beelzebub? I am good. Being Devil King is not an easy work, you know. They are started laughing. He then look at me and says, Ajuka Beelzebub, and you must be RISER Pheonix, the one who about to get his evil pieces. Excited. RISER, yes Lord Ajuka, I was waiting for this moment for a long time now, I said with excitement. Ajuka laughed and said, Ajuka Beelzebub, then what are we waiting for? Let's do this, Ajuka said with his signature smile that would floor every single female adult devil. Ajuka Beelzebub, place your hand on the monument and input as much as your demonic power as you can into it, and don't worry, it won't drain it at all. Ajuka told me as I did as I was told. With a flash of yellow as fire from the red crystal monument, an ornate wooden box holding the evil pieces ejected from the monument. Ajuka proceeded to hand them over to RISER, me, then commented that RISER, need to pour my demonic power to open the box. I did as I told, and when I opened the box it reveals 15 different sod of complete crimson red chess pieces, except RISER's queen, 1 knight, 1 bishop and 3 pawn was little yellowish in color. Ajuka became shocked, then says, Ajuka Beelzebub, impressive and amazing at the same time. You got 6 mutated pieces, considering most don't even get a single mutated piece. You have a great future ahead of you, young men. Ravel was jumping with excitement. RISER, thank you Lord Ajuka for your kind words, I said with sincerity, and with a bow. Time skip, we are returned back to our home. I did make Ravel my first peerage member with the mutated bishop piece. She was so happy she doesn't even want to leave me. Then it was night time. I was in my room thinking about something by looking at the evil pieces in front of me. RISER, in mind, if I remember correctly, the pieces can mutate if I regularly put my demonic power into the evil pieces. Let's try this theory. I started pouring my demonic power into the second bishop piece in front of me. After it started mutating, and after another hour it mutated. RISER, yes, I done it. I am so happy right now, and with that within 2 weeks all my prices are become mutated pieces. Next chapter, Eubla Luna, please follow me at Wattpad. Thank you for all. Next morning I was just settling down for breakfast when I looked at the back of the paper that my older brother was holding, and then snatched it out of his hands in shock. Ryzen, the second son of the family, just looked at me bemused. He was honestly the calmest out of the family other than me, and as the two oddballs we had always gotten along quite well, but snatching things was still out FO character for me. He looked at me worried, but I just couldn't help it. It had hit me like a bolt of lightning. On the front page of the paper was a small black and white photo showing the highlights of an oncoming SLV auction. And yes, before you say anything, slavery is still legal in hell. Surprise, surprise. But more importantly, there, in the picture, was my queen. Way younger granted, but I knew she was Eublaluna. Just like I knew I was Noah Pheonix. I looked at my older brother and pointed one long finger at the picture of Eublaluna. That's her riser, that's my first pawn. The only reaction my older brother had was one eyebrow raising, along with a question. Are you sure? I nodded. Time skip, play this song if you want. I went to the busy streets of the SLV market. Many people were buying and selling SLV. Slavery is legal in Devil Race. I could see some people were in horses refusing to dirt their expensive shoes by stepping foot in the SLV market. I came alone according to me, but in reality I know there were many hidden guards present there to protect if anything happens. I saw where the SLV auction is going on, and to my surprise, no one is betting on Eublaluna. Maybe because how weak she is looking, I was the only one who is betting on her and easily win her in the auction. One person guided me towards the Eublaluna's cell. I tossed a coin towards the person as I walked through the door to my ex-queen holding cell. Having already bought her, the coins were just assurance that I would be uninterrupted for the next hour or so. I'm sure I could guess what he thought I was going to do, since despite my best efforts, and this being my first piece, I was still a young demon noble. I closed the door behind me and looked at Eublaluna for the first time. And she was appealing. Hair like the feathers of raven, silky and smooth, and skin like ivory and milk. I knelt down in front of her and smiled. Riser, hello Eublaluna. Do you know who I am? She nodded, and from lips like plums came a voice like crushed velvet. Eublaluna, hi, you are my new emissary. I shook my head. Riser, not quite. My name is RISER Pheonix. And while I did just buy you, I wasn't you as a SLV. My soon-to-be first mutated pawn raised her head, and I got to see her eyes for the first time, and honestly they were just as perfect as the rest of her. Like opals, they glittered and shone with emotion, clouded with the negatives, but shining with hope. Eublaluna, then why? She asked. I smiled again, this time showing a little bit of teeth as I replied. Riser, I sometimes get hunches. Sometimes they're simple, small, like study this spell, or eat this old this morning, but sometimes they're huge, like turn left instead of right and avoid an attempt on my life. Here I paused and looked Eublaluna straight in the eyes. Riser, and this morning I got the strangest one yet, go to the auctions. And then when I saw you I knew what I had to do. Tell me Eublaluna, do you know what a peerage is? She nodded, because honestly, what person or thing that lived in hell wouldn't? I edged closer to Eublaluna and smiled softly. Riser, how would you like to become my first mutated pawn? She stared at me for a moment, before she finally asked, Eublaluna, but why? I just shrugged, still smiling. Riser, because as of yet, my hunches haven't led me wrong, and honestly, I feel like if someone gives you a chance, you could become someone great, and I want to help you get there. I stood up, brushed off my pants, and then extended my hand. Riser, so will you let me help you get there? Eublaluna took one long look at my hand before nodding, and taking it. When I enter my mutated pawn on Eublaluna, I saw it mutated twice. I think this happened because originally Eublaluna was in queen piece in the original story, but here I enter my mutated pawn, so it mutated twice to get at Eublaluna level. I then look at Eublaluna and smiled at her and said, Riser, you belongs to me now. Eublaluna, welcome to the family, I said as I started to pat her head. She started blushing. Riser, what happened? Eublaluna, are you alright? Eublaluna faces turns completely red. Eublaluna, I am. Alright, I chuckled at this. Riser, come Eublaluna, it's time to go home. Next chapter, meeting with Kuroka. Please follow me at Wattpad. Thank you, for all. Time skip 6 months. In the past 6 months Eublaluna have become a lot stronger with the physical training which I provide to her and the magical training by Mother Lady Pheonix. I also started moving around in the Pheonix territories to learn more about the devil magics and devil powers. One day I was roaming around in Pheonix territory with Eublaluna when I hear 2 people talking about something which catch my attention. Hey, did you hear what happened to the Nibirius family house? Yes, I heard that their bishop gone mad and killed her emissary and their house and ran away. Right now rest of the members of Nibirius family are finding her razor mind. Fuck, how can I forget about Kuroka? I have to do something fast, otherwise Nibirius family with the help of Devil King's gonna erase all Nekasha with the statement of Kaneko. Eublaluna saw my worried face and asked me what happened. Riser, Luna, no time to explain, go near Nekishu territory and plant as much bombs as you can which you blast any time, and also let me know if someone came near Nekishu territory other than Nekishus. Luna wanted to ask me many questions. I look at her face and said, Riser, I explained to you after all these things are over with that. Luna nodded, left for Nekishu territory, and I started finding Kuroka in various places in which generally no one gonna think of. Time skip. I luckily find Kuroka in an alleyway. She was in her black cat form, but I recognize her. I went near her. Riser, aw, such a cute little black cat, I wanna pet her. I grabbed her and started petting her. Riser, such a good little black cat, can I take you home with me? Kuroka thought this gonna be a best way to escape the members of Nibiria's family. Black cat, Kuroka. Mio. Riser, looks like you gonna go home with me. What should I name you? Kuroka, tell me, I said smugly. Kuroka started trying to escape my grip. Riser, bad Kuroka, I said jokingly, and I chuckled at her reaction. Then I said, Riser, don't worry, I am Riser Pheonix, heir of Pheonix family. I don't want to harm you, I just want to save you and Nekishu race. I know what happened to you. I want your help to save Nekishus because soon Nibiria's family gonna attack with help of Devil Kings on the Nekishu race. Kuroka stopped struggling for a second and questioned me. Kuroka, why do you think Devil Kings gonna support Nibiria's family? Riser, because they gonna believe the statement of Chiron. Kuroka become shocked and asked me, Kuroka, what do you mean by the statement of Chiron? Riser, when you kill and left Nibiria's house, you left Chiron for her safety and left without explaining her anything. She get caught and face in front of Devil Kings, and when they asked her what happened, she said, and I quote, my sister lost her control over her powers of Nekishu and killed her. After this statement, Nibiria's family able to convince the Devil Kings to attack and erase Nekishu race. Kuroka becomes so shocked words can't coming out of her mouth. Riser, Kuroka, you have to help me to save Nekishu race and yourself. Give me the evidence of your innocence. Kuroka hesitated for few seconds, then give the book and said, Kuroka, here this diary, you can find what he has done to my mother and to me and what he was about to do to my sister. Riser, thank you Kuroka, and don't worry, I will not let anything happen to you, I said when suddenly a magic circle appears in front my ear. Luna, Lord Riser, I can see at a distance many people are coming towards Nekishu territory with weapons. Riser, oh shite, alert all the Nekishus and try to defend the Nekishus. I'll be there right away. Kuroka, look at my worried face. Kuroka, what happened? Riser, no time to explain. Kuroka, Nibiria's family has attacked Nekishus territory, came with me to save them. Kuroka nodded and we left with the magic circle to save Nekishus. Next chapter, saving Nekishus. Till now, Kuroka, what happened? Riser, no time to explain. Kuroka, Nibiria's family has attacked Nekishus territory, came with me to save them. Kuroka nodded and we left with the magic circle to save Nekishus. Back to the story. When we arrived there, I can see that fight was about to start. Many troops are marching towards us. In the center was the general. I then look over our side, there were almost the half of the army in our side. Riser, fuck, we are hugely in a disadvantage. Riser calls Devil King Ajuka Beelzebub. Ajuka, hello. Riser, hello Lord Ajuka-sama, I am Riser Pheonix, heir to the family of Pheonix. Ajuka, Riser, what happened? Kid. Riser, Lord Ajuka-sama, I need your help, it's very important, can you please come to the Nekishu territory? Ajuka, I'll be there in 30 minutes. Ajuka cut the call. Riser, fuck, and slammed his phone on the ground. Riser, calm down. Riser, take a deep breath, I have to stop these troops for 30 minutes. Anyhow, Luna then came near me and asked, Luna, what happened? Lord Riser, you are looking worried. Riser, Ajuka said it will take 30 minutes to him to came here. How are we able to stop them for 30 minutes in the battlefield where every second counts? Then I look at Luna and ask Riser, have you planted all the bombs I told you to plant? Luna, yes Lord Riser, good, blast them when these troops are over them. Luna, yes Lord Riser, then all over the Nekishus army. Many have sacred faces, many are afraid. I then spread my wings and went up so all of them can see me. Then I said, Riser, all my life and all of your lives have come to this point. There is nowhere else to be but here, nowhere else to live or die but here. To be here now is the only thing that matters. So gather yourselves, gather all your strength and all of your sweetness into an iron ball, for we will attack again and again until we reach and overcome their general and their army, or we die. In the attempt, crowd started cheering. Riser, attack, 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 blow the horns, beat the drums, and have courage, for there will be no turning back, only victory or death. Crowd started cheering. Iwahai then went back to the in front of the army. Luna looked and asked Luna, Lord Riser, I never know you can give this much great army speech. Riser, Me too, I also didn't knew about this till now. Nibirius troops are in the radius of Ublaluna's planted bombs. RISER. Ublaluna nodded and started blasting bombs. Nibirius troops are spread all over the place. I commanded RISER. Attack, I said as I started running towards the Nibirius troops. When I reached them I jumped towards the center of the army and started fighting. Then I take the sword from the soldier and started attacking them. I then random solider. Munin sincere RISER. Yes I am. I then started kicking them. I then fly back towards the front of the Nibirius troops and I then attack them with my fire. Nekish's troops and Kuroka are in awe and their jaw just hit the floor in shocked. Unbeknown to me, Ublaluna was recording everything in secret. They all also started attacking the Nibirius troops. The Nibirius troops are retreating but they were captured. Time skip. When Ajuka arrived he saw the war was almost over and see many dead devil soldiers and he then look at me walking towards him covered in BLD. He asked in angry tone, Ajuka, RISER Pheonix, what is the meaning of this? I went and put my one knee down and said, RISER, Lord Ajuka, I just save Nekishus from the Nibirius family troops. They want to erase their whole race. Ajuka, I see, but they can't do this without any Devil King's permission. RISER, my lord, but they get their permission from Devil King Surzek's Lucifer. Ajuka become shocked then asked me, Ajuka, I don't believe this. Why Surzek allow them to erase the whole Nekishus race? RISER, he did because he trusted in statement of an 6-year-old abandoned girl that Nekishus can lost their control in power and can kill their emser. Ajuka, what? RISER, yes my lord, I think you also heard about what happened in the Nibirius house few days back. Ajuka, I remember their bishop got mad and killed their emperor and their whole house. RISER, that's not true my lord. In reality the former king and devil emperor of Kuroka, belonging to the branch house of the Nibirius clan, he was entrusted by the house of Nibiros to research information about how to artificially create super devils. Enlisting the aid of a human scientist, he continued to research the idea for strengthening as the scientist and his Nikomata wife, Fujimai, were killed in an experiment gone wrong. Taking in their orphan children, Kuroka and Chiron, he persuaded Kuroka to become his servant, making her his bishop. As he continued to strengthen Kuroka, he intended to do the same towards her sister Chiron, as he intended to force her to use her senjutsu, which would have caused her powers to go out of control and harm her. Furious at the prospect of her sister being experimented on, Kuroka killed her emser and fled the scene, becoming a stray devil as the younger sister Chiron was taken in to be questioned by the authorities. Lord Ajuka becomes shocked. He asked after few seconds, Ajuka, do you have any proof? RISER, yes my lord. I then hand him over the diary. RISER, this diary belongs to the Kuroka's ex-king. She took it before she left their house. Lord Ajuka read the diary. Ajuka, great job RISER, this will help in Kuroka's case and help Nekishus. RISER, thank you my lord. Next chapter, meeting Rias Gremory. Till now, Ajuka, great job RISER, this will help in Kuroka's case and help Nekishus. RISER, thank you my lord. Back to the story. After that Ajuka left with the diary. He went to the underworld and meet Surzek and confront him of what he has done, and after that Ajuka then bring justice to Kuroka and Nekishus and arrest the Nibiros family with many charges against them. Surzek publicly apologized to them and give them land in underworld as sign of apology and a goodwill. RISER Pheonix given many rewards for his strong work and saving Nekishus. The Devil High Council became very impressed with RISER for his work and to become untouched in the whole fight. The Devil High Council and Devil King Ajuka Beelzebub give RISER Pheonix the title of Untouchable Flame because no one was able to touch him in the whole fight. Nekishur asked for the land near Pheonix territory, and they were given. After 1 week, RISER was called by Lord and Lady Pheonix. They were extremely proud on their son RISER. Yes mom and dad. Lord Pheonix, son get ready, we have to go to meet Nekishus. They want to talk to us in a very important matter. RISER, yes father. Time skip. After that we to meet Nekishus. They very happy with me and treat me like their hero. They sign a contracts with Lord Pheonix that they will gonna help in any problem, and they are also ready to train senjutsu to the members of Pheonix family and their household. When this is all done we went back to home. I heard the announcement of a woman I recognized as Graphia Lucifuge. Graphia, RISER Pheonix Sama, please meet your betrothed, Rias Gremory Sama. I then stared down in shock at the 8-year-old, cubby-cheeked Rias and shuddered. The previous me had been one perverted BSE if he had let himself be engaged to this. I was happy that I finally meet Rias, and unlike the original timeline I thought we can be a good friends, but when I move my hand in front of her for a handshake, RISER, Hi, I am Riser Pheonix. Nice to meet you. She ignored me and moved past me and asked his brother Rias. When we are going home I want to play with Kaneko Riser, in mind. Did she ignore me, just walk out on me? I didn't say anything and moved my hand back. Then Lord Gremory said, Lord Gremory, it looks like Rias was not ready to meet you, Riser. She does not know the importance of her actions. She is just a child. Please don't take it personally, Riser. Of course, Lord Gremory, I understand she is just a child and does not know the importance of actions, Lady Gremory. Thank you, Riser. You are such a lovely child, Riser. Thank you, Lady Gremory. With that they left. I then looked at my parents and said, Riser, Mom, Dad, I want to go out for training, Lord Pheonix. Off Crow's son, Riser. Dad, you does not understand that I meant I want to train alone in wilderness, Lady Pheonix. No, Riser, we can't allow you to do this. You are just a child, Riser. Mom, just I child with the title of Untouchable Flame, Lady Pheonix. I don't care what title you hold, you are not going, and that's final. Riser then turned to Ublaluna to do something. Ublaluna. Lady Pheonix Sama, I have a video of Lord Riser fighting against the army, and she started playing the video after the she said Ublaluna. If you still have doubt, then I shall also go with Lord Riser for his safety. Lady Pheonix was again about to stop them, but Lord Pheonix intervenes. Lord Pheonix. Okay, Riser, when you will come back? Riser. Father, I will come back when I will be strong enough. Lord Pheonix. Okay, I will not stop you, but you have to come every 2 or 3 months to meet us, so we can know you are safe. Riser. Thank you, Father. I will move out tomorrow. Lord Pheonix. Okay, then take everything you needs. I go and gather Pheonix tears for you in case of emergency. Riser. Thank you, Father. Ravel heard the conversation and ran towards me and hugged me and started crying on my sitsi. Ravel. Why Oni-sama have to go? Please don't go, Oni-sama. Hugged Ravel. Riser. I will be going for proper training. Ravel. I will come back when I am strong enough. Ravel. Then I will also go with you. Riser. No, Ravel, you have to stay here and learn from our mother and father about magic, and always remember to do magic training with mother. Ravel nodded. Riser. That's a good girl. I then patted her head. Next chapter. White Dragon Emperor. After we left the Pheonix territory, me and Ublaluna went to deep forest in earth and build a mansion that deep forest for ourselves so no one find us and disturb us, and started training. Our training, I started utilizing total concentration breathing used in demon slayers to increase their physical and mental capabilities to their maximum levels by inhaling the most amount of oxygen possible while utilizing a specific breathing pattern and many other techniques which does not exist in this world. One day me and Ublaluna was hunting for the evening when I see a sliver-haired kid about my age or 1 year younger, but because of my excessive training I look much older than my original age than me, who looked starved and was about to eat an apple. He then saw me and Ublaluna approaching. He started to run away. We followed him. I shouted, Riser. Hey, stop, kid, silver-haired boy. Please don't hurt Riser. I am not gonna hurt you, can you please? And talk with us for a minute. Silver-haired boy looked back to us while running and shouted, Silver-haired boy. Why should I trust you? Not gonna hurt me, Riser. Because if I want to hurt you, you're not able to run now. Silver-haired boy. What? And in an flash I appeared before him. Riser. Now tell me, kid, who are you and why are you here, and most importantly, why did you think we gonna hurt you? Silver-haired boy. My name is Valley. I am running away from my grandfather. Riser. In mind. Fuck heck, this kid is Valyidithii Fuckikining White Dragon Emperor River. Okay, then come with us to our home. My name is Riser Pheonix. You can call me Aniki or Big Brother, and she is Ublaluna. We are training in deep inside the forest. You will safe with you. Valley hesitated but nodded. We went deep inside the forest, Valley, and then suddenly stopped. Valley. Where is your home, Riser? We are standing in front of it, Valley. Where I can't ye. Before Valley could finish his word, Riser raised his hand up, and then the illusion despair, and Valley could see a big mansion in front of him. Riser. You were saying something, Valley? Nothing. Riser chuckled at this. Riser. Came inside. We gonna talk after the dinner and eat as much as you want, Valley, I said with smiling face. Valley. Thank you so much. How could I ever repay you for this, Riser? No need to repay me, Valley. After all, from now on you're my younger brother that I always wanted. Valley didn't say anything, just nodded. Time skip. After dinner we were seating in the living room. Riser. Now tell us, Valley, why are you running? Valley hesitated. I noticed this. Riser. Don't worry, Valley, we are not gonna judge you. Valley after few seconds asked a question before started telling his story. Valley. Tell me, do you believe in supernaturals? Riser. Yes, Valley, me and Ublaluna are devils. Valley was shocked, then started telling his story. Valley. My name is Valley Lucifer. I am the descendant of the original Lucifer. He tell us that he was born as the son of Raisvan, the son of Rizevim and a human woman, making him a half-breed. Once it was revealed that Vale bore one of the Longinus, divine dividing, in addition to the power inherited from his great-grandfather, the original Lucifer, his father soon developed an inferiority complex toward his son who he viewed as a monster for holding those two powers. Because of the advice from Rizevim, Rizvan started to bully and physically abuse Vale for his powers if he was so scared of him. Although he received physical abuse from his father, he was loved by his human mother who would treat to his wounds, attempt to protect him, and fed him whatever she could even if it was pasta, which became his favorite despite the bland taste. Vale soon ran away from home before being found by us. I was so shocked because I never knew the Vale had a rough childhood. I started moving towards Vale and hugged him. RISER. It's alright Vale, I never gonna hurt you and I will always be there for you and not let anyone hurt you anymore. Vale was shocked then started crying loudly. RISER. Let it all out Vale, let it all out. Next chapter. New family member, time skip. 3 months have passed away after Vale told his story. A lot have happened in those 3 months. The most important thing that happened is Vale accepted me as his older brother and started calling me Aniki. I was so happy when it happened. We also started training on the regular basis and I also had a brief conversation with White Dragon Emperor Albion how to get stronger. I also started my personal training for Ultra Instinct. We never able to notice when 3 months have passed away, after the break fast. RISER. Vale, can you come here a minute? Vale. Yes Aniki. RISER. Vale, me and Ublaluna are going out for the day to Pheonix territory. You can come with us or you can stay in the house, your choice. Vale. Sorry Aniki, I can't come with you to Pheonix territory. Apparently Albion reminded me to go somewhere to get something. I don't remember what it is but it was very important. RISER. It's that so okay then take care Vale. And if anything happens call us. And Vale, can you summon Albion for a second? Vale. Yes Aniki. Vale then summon his sacred gear. RISER. Hey Albion, can you hear me? Albion. Yes RISER, I can hear you. What is it? RISER. Remember to take care of Vale, you white lizard. Vale started laughing and was shocked because no one ever dared to call him that. After few seconds Albion spoke angrily. Albion. What did you just? Before Albion can finish I teleported with Ublaluna to Pheonix territory. Currently me and Ublaluna are standing at the door of our house. I opened the door and then said RISER. Is anybody home? Before I could finish someone jumped at me and fell to the ground. When I see who it is. It was Revel. Revel. Brr, it's here, you are back. RISER patted her head. RISER. Yes Revel, where is mom and dad? I asked her while patting her head. Revel. They are inside waiting for you. We also have few guests waiting for you. RISER. I'll meet them later. First I meet mom and dad. Time skip. After meeting mom and dad I asked Revel where are the guests waiting for me. Revel told me they are at guest house. I went to the guest house with Revel and Ublaluna following me. When I enter the guest house I see there was Kuroka and someone other girl who I don't know. I walked towards them. Kuroka hugged me when she saw me. After we broke out I sit in front of those two girls. Revel and Ublaluna was standing behind me. RISER. How are you? Kuroka. Kuroka. I am great Lord RISER, we came here to ask you something. RISER. Straight to the point. Huh? I chuckled. What is it? Kuroka. Kuroka. Me and my friend wanted to join your peerage. RISER was shocked and asked RISER. May I ask why? Kuroka. Because you just not only save me but you also save the whole Nekasha race and you have become like a hero to all Nekashas. RISER. Thank you Kuroka, but what is the name of your friend? My name is Yuruchi Shihoin. I am a Nekasha. If you haven't saved us that day we all would have died. Thank you so much. RISER. It's alright Yuruchi, I did what I feel right. RISER. In mind. I can feel a strong Longinus type of sacred gear inside her, but how it is possible that she have a sacred gear? She is a Nekasha, not a human. Maybe it's because of a bug in the system because the god is dead. RISER. Okay Kuroka and Yuruchi, I will take you if you can touch me in the fight. They both nodded and we went to the open ground in front of the guest house. RISER. Are you both ready? Revel. Start the fight. They both nodded. Revel. Start. Kuroka rushed at me to end it quickly but I started dodging her attacks. Then Yuruchi also started attacking me. After that they both jumped back to surround me from two sides then started firing magical attacks towards me. This all continues for 30 minutes then they started looking tired. I started moving towards Kuroka and bent towards Kuroka and said jokingly RISER. Tired already? Before she could reply Yuruchi tried to attack me from behind but I dodged that and turned back to her. RISER. Bad kitten. Yuruchi blushed, her checks were red. Before I could say something Kuroka touched my back and started shouting Kuroka, we win. We win. RISER. He not fair. I was distracted. Kuroka makes a face and say Kuroka, not our fault. RISER. But Fine, welcome to family, I said, and pack your bags and meet us after the dinner time. Skip after the dinner. Both Kuroka and Yuruchi was standing with their bags. I went towards them and asked RISER. Ready? They both nodded. Me and Yublaluna, along with Kuroka and Yuruchi, went back to our house in the forest. When we entered the house, Valley greeted us. Valley, welcome back. Aniki and Yublaluna. Then Valley then sees Kuroka and Yuruchi and asked, who are they? RISER. They are our new family members. Introduce yourself. Self, I said. Yuruchi. Yuruchi Shahoin, nice to meet Valley. Vela Lucifer, nice to meet you too. Then I look at Kuroka. She was staring at Valley with red cheeks. Kuroka Taju, it's a pleasure to meet you. Valley. Vela Lucifer, pleasure to meet you too. Valley said with a smile. His cheeks were red like Kuroka. RISER. Ooh, we got two lovebirds here, I said jokingly. Their cheeks grow more red and said Valley. Kuroka, it's not like that, RISER. I can clearly see that, and started laughing. Their faces grow more and more reddish in color. Next chapter. Time skip 10 years. Time skip 10 years later. Some random devil. Boss, can't we enjoy with one of them please? Please, devil group leader. Of course, but don't break them. We have sell them. Don't forget this random devil. You the best, boss. As they started approaching, one girl who was tied with the rope and her mouth was covered so she can't scream. They push her to the ground when suddenly a lighting stuck down and a burning coffin appears out of nowhere and a man appears from inside the burning coffin. All the devil reaction was like they have seen a ghost or their biggest nightmare came alive. Sacred random devil. Or Whatariyu, I am your biggest nightmare. Devil group leader throw a powerful magic attack at him that looks like it hit him and he vanished. Devil group leader. Huff, biggest nightmare my, but can't even handle my magic attack, and started laughing when suddenly that man appears behind the devil group leader. Devil group leader feels someone was behind him. He tried to look behind. He saw that man standing behind him. Devil group leader. What hat the devil group leader? Can't able to finish his words when that man hold his neck and ripped his head off. All the devils got terrified at the sight of this. Same have even pee in their pants because of fear. That man rushed towards the scared devils and started killing them brutally. Then many devil tried to attack him at once, but then he started killing them from all the director at an rapid speed, cutting them in half or in pieces. Time skip after that man kill all the devils in the village and save the Nekashis. They all gather in front of him to thank him. Village leader. Thank you so much, sir. May I ask who are you? Scene 1. Village leader. Thank you so much, sir. May I ask who are you? I am Vengeance. I am the Knight. I am the Batman. Scene 2. Village leader. Thank you so much, sir. May I ask who are you? I am the hope of the universe. I am the answer to all living things that cry out for peace. I am protector of the innocent. I am the light in the darkness. I am truth. Ally to good. I am Sangoku. This line Goku used when was fighting Frieza at planet Namek. Back to the story. Village leader. Thank you so much, sir. May I ask who are you? That man was about to answer when magic circles appears and coming out it was none other than Lord Pheonix. Lord Pheonix, look at the village, then look at the village leader. Lord Pheonix. When I got the feeling that in Nekasha village was one fire, I rushed towards here as soon as I can. Village leader. Thank you, Lord Pheonix. SLV traders had attacked the village and put up the barriers so we can't call for help, but this men help USS Lord Pheonix. Look at the man who was looking similar to him in some way and carrying an axe and have a big blonde hairs and a blonde beard. Then Lord Pheonix asked Lord Pheonix, who are you, young man? Father, it's me, RISER, your son. Lord Pheonix, and the villagers was shocked and said, wait, hat, Lord Pheonix. RISER, what happened to you? Look like he RISER. Interrupt Lord Pheonix and said, RISER. Look like more bad but sign of the horns. Lord Pheonix. Yes, I mean Nunu, we can't let your mother see you like this. She gonna have a heart attack. RISER. But Lord Pheonix. No, but young man, cut your beard and your hairs and come with me to home. You haven't visited us for 4 years, only talked with us in and call. RISER. Fine, dad. Village leader. Thank you so much, Lord RISER. We had a fate that our hero will never abandon us. You are the hero of our race. RISER. It's all right, I will send few peoples and some money for your village. Use it wisely for the development of your village. Villagers. Thank you, our hero. With that, Lord Pheonix and RISER went home. RISER went to his room and shave his beard and cut his long hair. When he came out, Lord Pheonix was waiting for him. RISER. Do I look all right now, dad? Lord Pheonix then look at his son. Lord Pheonix. Yes, my son, you are looking great. Then Lord Pheonix noticed RISER eyes was red instead of blue. Lord Pheonix. I didn't notice in the village, but I am noticing it now. What happened to your eyes, son? They were blue when you last visited us 4 years back. They are now red. What happened? RISER. Oh, that will be in story of other time, dad. I can't wait to meet mom and Revel. Lord Pheonix chuckled at this. Lord Pheonix. Okay, son time skip. RISER meets Lady Pheonix and Revel. They hugged him, and after that lecture him why he didn't came to meet them for 4 years. They went to dinner. After dinner when RISER to about to go this room. Lady Pheonix. RISER, are you going to your room instead of going back to your training house? What happened? Are you injured? RISER. No mom, I gonna stay here and visit there occasionally. I am strong enough now but still go there for weekends for something like that or for training purposes. Lady Pheonix was so happy that her son has came back and will gonna stay with them. Time skip. Next morning after lunch. Lady Pheonix. RISER, we have pushed the date. You have to visit your fiancée tomorrow to take her to the wedding place to see if she needed anything. RISER didn't say anything but after few seconds RISER. Yes mother? Next chapter. Rias Gremory under the Pheonix. Shadow. Rias Gremory under the Pheonix. Shadow. RISER POV. Mom has told me that tomorrow I have go to meet Rias, but if remember correctly Rias will offer virginity to Issei tonight before even meeting me. I don't think this is possible in this timeline, but still my gut feeling is telling me to do something. I then called Kuroka. Kuroka then came in front of me. Kuroka. What happened to Nikki? RISER. Nothing in particular Kuroka, I have a work for you tonight. Kuroka. Sure. And Nikki, what it is? RISER. Go to Issei Hayu's house and place a hidden camera in his room. Kuroka. Isn't he is your so-called fiancé's pawn who she recruited by letting him die by the hands of fallen angels? We have a whole video of that. RISER. Yes Kuroka, do as I say and I will give you and Valley a special reward. Kuroka. Yes, and Nikki, consider it done and don't forget about my and Vala's special reward. RISER. Fear not Kuroka, you love birds gonna love it. Time skip. Issei POV. POV point of view. I sit while crossing my legs. I sat on the floor and closed my eyes to calm my spirit. Oh God, please let me have a great arm with lots of girls with big pay. Namu namu namu. Ouch, then I got a headache. Oh yeah, why am I praying? I'm a devil. I will take damage if I pray. I almost terminated myself on my own DNA. What am I doing? Wait, what am I doing in my own room? Flash. The Gremory group's magic circle appears. Bucho comes out of it. Rias Buchu. But why is she in my room? She seems to have the face of those cornered. Bucho approaches me soon as she sees me. Then she says a shocking thing to me. Connect to me. Excuse me, my mind went blank because of the sudden thing. What did she say just now? Did I go deaf? Bucho says it again to make sure I heard it since I have a confused look. I want you to take my virginity. Immediately. The rest went same as the original story. How Graphia stopped them. Takes Rias back. Rice POV. I was taken back to my home by Graphia. When I reached there my brother and my dad staring me angrily, and they started lecturing me about what have I done. Lord Gremory. How can you do something like this? Rias, you are the heir of the Gremory family. What happens if Pheonix family find about it? They gonna break the wedding. Surzek. Yes Rias, how can you do this and why did you hate RISER so much? Rias. I don't want to marry someone whose first servant was an SLV. I also heard many rumors about him being the playboy and if every nekisha. Surzek. Don't trust on rumors so much. Rias, you gonna regret it later. Lord Gremory. Surzek is right. Rias, you shouldn't trust rumors so much and you should be thankful to us that we didn't tell your mom about this. You know she is SDST. Think what will she do to you? Rias. I don't care. I don't marry RISER. I'll marry someone I want and that's final. Stomp her way back to her room angrily. Time skip. RISER POV. RISER point of view. I was ready to meet Rias in Orc. RISER was about to go when someone stopped him. Lady Pheonix. RISER, are you going alone? RISER. Yes mother. Lady Pheonix. I think you should also take Revel with you. RISER. Okay mom, came on Revel. Let's go Revel. Yes brother. We teleported to the Orc Occult Research Club. When we arrived there Rias was staring me angrily. There was her whole peerage except Gasper and there was also Graphia standing near the corner. RISER. Rias, I'm so happy to see you again. Rias. RISER Pheonix. Me and Revel could practically taste the venom and disgust that Rias said my name with RISER. I came to inform you that a date has been set by our parents. I know it is a bit early but my mother thought we could go visit the location that the ceremony will be taking place. Rias. I have no intention on marrying you. RISER. Issei. Marrying? What the hell is going on? Who the hell is this guy? Asked Issei in shock. RISER. And who are you again? Issei. I'm Issei Hayu, Rias Gremory-sama's pawn. RISER. It's look like you rehearsed that. I chuckled. Issei. You still haven't answered my question. Who are you? RISER. I'm surprised you haven't told your servants about me, though I'm even more surprised he doesn't know about me. He does smell like a human and a pervert though, so that makes him a reincarnated devil, which makes sense. Rias. I didn't say anything because there was no need to tell them of you, and don't call him pervert, it doesn't sound good coming from your mouth. I was about to say something but Grafia introduced me. Grafia, this is RISER Pheonix-sama, said Grafia, informing Issei and everyone else of what they wanted to know. Graifa, he is a pureblood, high-class devil, and the third son of the legendary Pheonix family, and he is also considered as an hero by Nekashus, and he holds the title of Untouchable Flame, and he is also Riasama's fiancé. Wait, no, I can't let you take Riasbutchu away from my HRM boosted gear. Issei summoned his sacred gear and was about to attack me. Rias. Enough, RISER, I've already told you that I'm not going to marry you. RISER. Grafisa, are you here, perhaps, with it? Solution, just in case we find ourselves in this particular situation. Grafia was shocked for few seconds because she didn't expect me to say this. Grafia, it seems that an agreement cannot be reached here today, so that leaves us with one final solution that was thought up by Lucifer-sama, a ratting game. Rias, I accept. RISER, I accept as well, but tell me, Rias, is this your whole peerage? Rias, what if it is? RISER, let me show you your competition. RISER, as he snapped his fingers and a large magic circle appeared behind him. Out of the circle came one woman and stand besides Revel. Rias, just two women, are you giving me a handicap? Rias said while being offended. RISER, yes Rias, I don't even need full peerage to win against you, and you have 5 peerage members, right? I give you 5 days to train them. Good luck. I snapped my fingers and we were teleported back to the Pheonix territory in our home. RISER then looked at Revel and said, RISER, have you clearly recorded everything? Revel nodded and give me the video recorder. RISER, good, now call the mother, I'll show her the video. Revel, yes brother. Then Revel left to call Lady Pheonix. RISER, according to the plane. RISER started laughing. Next chapter, rating games. Till now, RISER, have you clearly recorded everything? Revel nodded and give the video recorder to RISER. RISER, good, now call the mother, I'll show her the video. Revel, yes brother. Then Revel left to call Lady Pheonix. RISER, according to the plane. Back to the story. Lady Pheonix, Revel told you wanna show me something. What do you wanna show me, son? RISER, Mom, I wanna show you what happened when I meet Rias. After this I showed what happened when I meet Rias, how she disrespected me when I was just following my mother's wish, and how we ended up having a rating game to decide our future. Lady Pheonix was super angry and annoyed at how I've behaved and disrespect me when I was just following my mother's wish. Lady Pheonix, who did she think she is? Huh, son, we can cancel the wedding you want, son. RISER, don't do that mom, if you that it will only make us look weak. This marriage is important for the underworld and for the devil race. I think she will understand after the marriage. Lady Pheonix, as your wish, we will do as you say, but I can't wait to see her face when you defeat her. RISER, sure mother, I will show her and everyone else the real power of the Pheonix. Time skip. Rating game was about to start. I chose the same arena as in the original timeline, the Kuo Academy. We were teleported in the arena. The game was about to start in 5 minutes. I was setting in my full battle armor of gold. Revel, brother, what should be our strategy? RISER, Revel dear, do we really need a strategy to fight these mongrels? Revel and Yubaluna started laughing at this. Revel, but still brother, we should never underestimate our opponents. RISER, I know Revel, I am the who told you that these mongrels are not even worthy of being called my enemy. Then I look at the concerned face of Revel, then I said, RISER, Revel my dear, don't worry, you don't even need to lift a finger for these mongrels. Grafia announced match has started. Yubaluna, Lord RISER-sama, Rias have sent all her team members from the gym except her pawn and her bishop. She is keeping them near her. RISER, good work Yubaluna, now blow the gym. Yubaluna, yes Lord RISE-sama. Yubaluna, the fire a destruction magic at the gym, blowing the whole gym at once. Grafia announced. Grafia, Lady Rias, queen, knight and rook have been eliminated. Rias was shocked to hear this. RISER, Revel and Yubaluna, you two retire. Revel, brother, we can't leave you alone. RISER, trust me my dear sister. Revel, but fine, take care brother. Grafia, Lord RISER's bishop and pawn have been retired. I can hear Rias' voice. She was pissed and really angry. Shouted Rias, how much more you want to humiliate us? RISER, I laughed at this, then I started moving towards her. Issei rushed towards me with this boosted gear and started throwing punches towards me, but I dodged all of them and give him a nice uppercut. He will knocked out for few seconds, I think. Then I started moving towards Rice. She started her power of destruction magic attacks towards me. I let them hit me. My body regenerates again and again. Issei was standing behind Rias ready to heal her. I was now in front of Rias. I smiled at her and said, RISER, You are doing great, Rias, isn't it? She was super angry at this and keep throwing the power of destruction at me again, but my body keeps on regenerating. After few minutes we was tired. I walked towards her and I was now in front of her and said, Riser, what do you see in him? The whole suddenly gaining a harsh silence as her steps forward stopped, and I allowed the weight of my question to fully sink in. I'd already started, so there was no reason to not continue. Riser, he's one of the 2 heavenly dragons, so despite his current strength, no one can deny his potential. Your investment in him will clearly pay dividends if he ends up as powerful as you. But to go as far as to give yourself to him just to get away from me, do you really hate me that much? I saw her form stiffen ever so slightly as I loosed that last sentence, and though I could see surprise slowing and locking her movements, there was a touch of confusion and a sliver of doubt holding her. Rias, what do you mean, Riser? Honestly, I want to know what could make him more attractive than me. Rias, he's much easier to deal with for one, and his personality isn't so horribly insufferable. Riser, he's a pervert, and worse still, he's one actually aiming for a HRM. I see your excuse, but I'll stand by the fact that you could have selected better. Rutting with a servant isn't exactly the best way to get out of an engagement. You only gonna be one of his where after he gets his HRM. Think about it, Rias, think about it, Rias. I can give you a good life, Rice. I would still prefer warming his bed over yours, and I'll be happy to be his where rather than marrying you. Riser didn't say anything after 2 seconds. He said, Riser, it's all over after all you have done. I still try to accept you, but now you have crossed the line. Rias Gremory, have a great life by being that perverts where you beach. Rice was angry and moved towards Riser and shouted, Rias, what did you just call me? Rias then tried to slap Riser, but Riser stopped her hand and slapped her instead and shouted, Riser, get out of my sight, you bloody were Graphia. Lady Rias have been eliminated. Lord Riser have win the rating game. I was then teleported to the hall. All cameras were facing towards me. Riser, as the winner of the rating game, I cancel the marriage contract between me and Rias. All was shocked and surprised by this. Lady Gremory angrily asked me, Lady Gremory, what is the meaning of this? Riser, I prefer we talk about this privately. Lady Gremory was anger was increasing by every second now. She shouted, Lady Gremory, no, tell me and everyone here now. Riser, why did you cancel the marriage contract? Riser, don't blame me later. Riser then show them the clip where Rias offer her virginity to Issei, then the clip how she disrespected Riser when he was just following his mother's order. Riser, even all this I still considered for Pheonix family's name and Gremory family's name and forget her for her mistakes, but then now she have just crossed the line. Riser showed a video in which Rice talking with Riser from the rating game. Riser, you only gonna be one of his where after he gets his HRM. Think about it, Rias, I can give you a good life. Rice, I would still prefer warming his bed over yours, and I'll be happy to be his where rather than marrying you. Video ended. All was shocked, but none other than Sirzek Lucifer, Lord Gremory, and especially Lady Gremory. Then Lady Gremory did the unthinkable. She bowed down in front of Riser and said, Lady Gremory, I apologize. Riser, in place of my daughter. Riser then hold her up and said, Riser, you don't have to apologize for her. Lady Gremory, I hold no grudge against Gremory family. Lady Gremory, thank you. Riser, I'll make sure to punish her. Next chapter. Results of the battle. Results of the battle. After the battle with Rice, when Riser win and announces that he cancelled the marriage contract, everyone won was, and when he showed why he cancelled the marriage contract, many were not happy with Rias' actions, and especially Devil High Council. They were furious with Rias' actions because she was the high-class devil and was considered as a role model for many young devils and tried to sleep with a low-class reincarnated devil. They were furious. I think the reason because they believe in the old devil system and follow traditions are a lot. In the aftermath of the Devil Civil War, the anti-Satan faction splintered into 2 factions as the aces of the faction became the new 4 great Satans, while Zekrom Baal and his Baal clan were able to gain greater influence in the underworld due to supporting the underworld in the aftermath of the original 4 great Satans' deaths and loss of influence among the original Satan clans after their defeat in the Devil Civil War. The Baal clan created the Great King faction or Devil High Council in order to continue to increase the power of the Baal clan and maintain the society of nobles that the pureblood high-class devils created, as the Great King faction would engage in a political tug-of-war with the 4 great Satans and their supporters for the next several centuries. Devil High Council want to take a strict actions against her, but they needed a big and strong case against her because she was the sister of the Devil King Sirzek Lucifer. They held a special secret meeting of Devil High Council to discuss about this. Devil High Council's secret meeting location. Many High Council were arguing about what to do. Random Council member. Lord Baal, what do you think about this matter? What should we do? The Zekrom Baal, unofficial leader of Devil High Council. Lord Baal. We need more evidences against Rias Gremory so we can take Stree. Suddenly a man comes and tells something to Lord Baal. Right ear and hand him a device. A evil grin comes in the Lord Baal face. Random Council member. What happened? Lord Baal, why are smiling suddenly? Lord Baal. We gotta important evidence against Gremory girl. Go and play this video. Lord Baal give the device to the servant. He bowed and go and starting playing the video with projector. After the video ended, all the Devil High Council members have a evil grin on their faces. Lord Baal. This should be sufficient to take a strict actions against her. We will have a meeting in the Devil High Council place. Inform everyone about this. Devil High Council location. Lord Gremory, you know what is the purpose of this meeting? Lord Pheonix. Lord Pheonix. No, Lord Gremory. Devil High Council just informed us this is an important meeting. After everyone was gathered, Lord Baal came along with Devil Kings and sit in his place. Then a High Council members started. Random Council member. We all gathered here to address a great crime and things done by a certain high-class devil. Many people started talking to themselves. Random Council member. Please bring the criminal. Then two guards bring Rias. She was wrapped around with canes from her neck to toe, and she was crying. Lord Gremory and Devil King Surzek. Lucifer was furious at they shouted. Lord Gremory and Surzek. What is the meaning of this? Random Council member. Rias Gremory have done a great crime and things while she was the heir of the Gremory. Surzek was radiating red aura. He was very angry at this state of her sister Surzek. Explain. Random Council member. The started showing the video where you can see Rias familiar giving Issei Hayadu a summoning paper. Then how Issei Hayadu was killed and Rias came from the magic circle and said, since you are about to die, I make you my servant, and enter 8 pawn pieces inside Issei Hayadu's tea and revived him. Video and Surzek and Lord Gremory was shocked. How can Rias let someone die? Random Council member. I would like to call Rias Gremory entire peerage as well from a magic circle came Zakino, Kiba, Issei, Asia, Kaneko and Gasper. I shouted. Where is President? Random person member. Silence. Just tell me is the video is correct or not. Issei. Yes, it is. This how President Rias saved me. Random Council member. Can you tell me, young man, about Asia Argento, who you meet her and how she became devil? Issei then started telling how he meet Isa in a park. Then he was on devil duty, how Fallen taken her. He wanted to save her but Rias refused. Then how he was about to go inside Crunch to save Isa but Rias refused his idea. Then he go there alone and save Asia but she died. And how Rias revive her. Random Council member. As you can all hear that how Rias Gremory have used her title of heir and the power of the owner of that place, how she planned to let those human die and revive them to add them as her servant. Issei knew that can't be possible. Issei was beyond shocked and was on his knees crying. Isa fainted when she hear about this. Surzek and Lord Gremory can't argue about this matter because the proof was informed of them. Random Council women. This means not only plan to kill those humans but because of her stupidity Shinto fraction can start war with Devil's Rice. How? And why they will start a war with us? Random Council men. Because if Shinto gods came to know about this, how humans were killed and revived as devils, they can start war against devils because it was originally their territory which devils have taken for few years for a contract. Many high-class devils started cursing Rias for the things she has done and many were demanding her to be executed. Surzek. I can't let you executed, and please don't forget she is an high-class pure-blooded devil, which are less in numbers after the war. Random Council men. We can't let her free. Surzek for her sins only because she is a pure-blooded devil. Surzek. We will decide it about this by voting. She should be executed or she have a different punishment. Many people agree with this. This was playing live in the underworld in all devil territories. The voting start. You people have to tell me, what do you please vote? Fate of Rias Gremory. Please follow me at Wattpad. Thank you for all. Surzek. We will decide it about this by voting. She should be executed or she have a different punishment. Many people agree with this. This was playing live in the underworld in all devil territories. The voting start. 10 houses where became neutral. 4 devil kings along with 8 houses believe she should have a different punishment. 13 houses want Rias to be executed. Total votes were neutral. 10 different punishment. 12 execution. 13 Surzek and Lord Gremory were sad but they can't do anything. Their last option was the voting for Rias' fate, but because of one vote they are gonna lose Rias for forever and she will be executed. Rias was on her knees crying for her mistakes and retreating her decisions, and she was cursing her own fate. All hopes seemed lost for Rias, and her family can't do anything about it when Lord Pheonix gets a magic circle near his right ears and someone said something to him. Lord Pheonix, are you sure about this? I understand. I do as you say. Then the magic circle disappears. Lord Pheonix, then look at the Lord Gremory and Sirzek. Lord Pheonix, I like to change my vote. Lord Bale, are you sure about this? Lord Pheonix, Lord Pheonix, yes. Lord Bale, Lord Bale, then what will you vote for? Lord Pheonix, Lord Pheonix, I like to vote for different punishment. New total votes were neutral, 10 different punishment, 13 execution, 12 all the heads of the devil families and all the devil kings was shocked. Many High Council members and many devil families look at Lord Pheonix with hateful glare. Lord Bale, care to tell us why you changed your vote? Lord Pheonix, Lord Pheonix, because I just get a message from my son RISER. All the heads of the devil families and all the devil kings became so shocked they can't believe their ears, because they never in their dreams accepted RISER Pheonix to support Rias to have a different punishment and get her out of the execution after how Rias Gremory disrespect RISER Pheonix. Lord Bale, we would love to hear what he said to you. Lord Pheonix, he said that we are the high-class beings if someone fall into sewerage because of what they did. Who are we people to end their misery by executing them? We should let them suffer for all what they did while they are alive. Lord Bale and many High Council members, in their mind, great thinking, why didn't we think about that? Lord Bale, okay, I understand. Rias Gremory will not be executed and have a different punishment. Lord Gremory, Sirzek and Rias Peerage was happy for her. After few minutes, random council members, we have decided that Rias Gremory will no longer be Gremory heir and a high-class devil. The total control over Kuo Town will be given to Sona Citri. All her peerage will be taken away from her and will be under Lord RISER. Rias Gremory will be banished to the earth for 5,000 years. She can be came back for special occasions with the permission of Devil Councils. Lord Gremory, Rias have to be heir of Gremory because she is my only remaining child after Sirzek left, and there can't be a Gremory heir other than Gremory. Random council member, don't try to fool us. Lord Gremory. Another random council member, yes, we know about Milikas Gremory, the son of Sirzek, the strongest devil. He can be the heir of Gremory. Lord Gremory grind his teeth at this and said, Lord Gremory, fine. Milikas Gremory will be the new heir. After few more discussions, the Devil Council meeting end. Pheonix territory. Ravel was asking his brother why he saved Rias after all she did. Ravel, brother, why did you save her after all she disrespected us, and especially you, brother RISER? My lovely sister, do you really want her to be free? I mean, after her execution she will be freed from her life. I want her to live and suffer, and how careless of me, I nearly gave a F about her. Ravel giggles at this and said, Ravel, brother, you are really evil. RISER, of course I am, sister, of course I am. Beaming face with smiling eyes, both brother and sister started laughing. I am sorry for those who wanted Rias to die, but why let someone die when you can make their life worse than death? RISER, before that I wanna ask, did you hear the High Council decision? Ms. Citri. Sona, yes, Mr. Pheonix, I heard the High Council decision, and I wonder who didn't hear that it was broadcasted in every devil territories. RISER, oh, you sharp with words, I like that. Sona didn't even react. Sona, now tell me, Mr. Pheonix, how can I help? RISER, as you know, then Rias Peerage is under me now, and I want them to stay here and complete their education, and you are the overseer of this town, so I kinda asking for your permission to let them here and complete their education. Sona was kinda shocked when I said that. Sona, okay, I understand, I have no problem with that, but can I ask something if you don't mind? RISER, sure. Sona, why are you letting them stay here to complete their education? They can go the schools in Underworld. RISER, I know, but I want them stay here and complete their education because they are here for quite some time, and I am not an evil person that will take advance of them. And I want them to work under you till they are here. They gonna help you to better control Ku, and they can learn from you. Sona, oh, quite clever of you. Can we play a game of chess if you don't mind? RISER, sure, why not? Hence the chess game start between Sona and RISER. Sona was dominating in beginning, then RISER started dominating her. Then RISER, checkmate. Sona, in mind, how can I lose? RISER, I love to play more, but I have same work to do. Maybe next time, take care. Then RISER leaves the student council and go to Pheonix territory. Pheonix territory. Then is when inside his house he sees Risex Peerage was there and was looking at the gold Pheonix statue, except Rias. RISER went behind Issei and said in a spooky voice, RISER, Issei, hide, your soul is mine. Issei, Iwiwa. Issei screamed like a little girl. Then jumped and hid behind Kiba. RISER then started laughing loudly. RISER, ha ha ha, look at your face. Ha ha, Issei, not funny. RISER, okay, now tell me, why are all of you here? Aquino, we came here because he are now under you, Lord RISER. Aquino said with an fake smile. RISER, no need be here, go back to Ku, finish your education, then came here. I know you all don't want to leave Ku, and I have talked with Sona, she have no problem with you all staying there. All of their face brightened. Aquino then spoke up because she can't believe what she just had heard. Aquino, why? RISER, because I care for you guys and you are under me now, and I am not a but like you guys think I am. All of them started looking down and became sad of misjudging someone who they never meet. All of them, we are sorry. RISER, it's okay, it's not your fault. Rias trusted bad rumors about me and think they are true and started telling SHT about me. They all nodded. RISER, now if all doubts are clear, go back to Earth. You are having your school tomorrow, and if anyone have any other doubt, feel free to ask me later, okay? They all nodded and said, thank you, Lord RISER, and left. RISER in his room standing in front of a mirror and looking at his reflection and said, RISER, plane is going smooth, step 2 completed. Ha ha ha, and started laughing more loudly. Next chapter. Sona Citri. It has been 2 days since RISER went to Ku to meet Sona and Rias ex peerage. RISER was in deep forest training with his peerage along with her sister. RISER was helping on her training because she was never trained in hand-to-hand combat and she only had learned fire and wind magic. Only very few people have known about the RISER original peerage, and they are Ravel, RISER himself and his peerage members, and no one else. For now RISER was training Ravel when suddenly a small magic circle appears around his right ear. RISER, hello Lady Pheonix. RISER came back home. Lord and Lady Citri along with their daughter Sona have came to meet you. RISER, why did something happen? Lady Pheonix, I don't know, all they said was they have very important thing to discuss with you. A wide grin appears on RISER's face. RISER, oh, I'll be there right away. RISER then look at Ravel then said, RISER, sorry Ravel, I have to go, you stay here and train with my peerage. RISER then look at our appealing red-haired girl who was smiling at him. RISER, please came when I call you, dear. Appealing red-haired nodded. RISER then teleported to his home with the Pheonix family magic circle. When he went there he saw Lord and Lady Citri was smiling at him and Sona was blushing lightly. RISER then bow and greet them. RISER, good evening Lord and Lady Citri, it's pleasure to meet you. Lord Citri, pleasure is all ours, young man. RISER, thank you Lord Citri, please tell me how can I help you? Lord Citri, we came here to discuss the date of engagement between you and my daughter Sona. RISER, what? RISER, I mean, can you please tell me what I did to hold the pleasure to be getting engaged with your appealing daughter? Lord and Lady Citri chuckle at this and Sona turned her face and blushes. Lady Citri, Sona didn't tell you? RISER, no, she didn't tell me anything related to this. Lord Citri, you see, like Rias, Sona became the heiress of her clan after her sister, Serafal, became a Satan, which resulted in the latter losing the right to inherit the clan. She also had a fiancé, but she broke off their engagement by beating him in a game of chess, claiming that she will not marry someone that is not smarter than her. RISER, I see, but Lady Citri didn't let RISER finish his words. Lady Citri, since you have defeated Sona in a chess game, Sona wishes you to be her fiancé. Sona Mudathithir. Sona was blushing so much that now she have a almost full red face. RISER and Lady Pheonix chuckled at this. Then RISER said, RISER, if you don't mind, can I discuss something with Sona privately? If she alright with that, I have no problem, I'll be happy to become her fiancé. Then Sona and RISER went to a different room. Sona, what do you want to discuss about Lord RISER? RISER, you can call me RISER, it's alright, and I want you to meet someone. Sona facial expression become normal, she is not blushing anymore. Sona, who would that be? RISER then snapped his fingers, a magic circle appears and a appealing red-headed girl came out of it. RISER, Sona, I like you to meet. After 20 minutes, both Sona and RISER came out of it. Lord Citri, so tell me, what did you guys decide? RISER, I am happy to be Sona's finance lord. And Lady Citri and Lady Pheonix becomes happy to hear that. Lord Citri, so what did you guys think we set the date of your marriage? Sona, ot ngusen, thoughts her. Sona was blushing and a light blush appears on the RISER face too. RISER, I think we should marry after Sona's school life was over around next year. Are you alright with that? Sona's son nodded. Lord Citri, we will hold your engagement party day after tomorrow and I don't want to hear any excuses. Both Sona and RISER nodded. Both Lady Citri and Lady Pheonix chuckled at this and started talking to each other about the decorations and preparations for the engagement party. Next chapter. Engagement party. Till now, Lord Citri, We will hold your engagement party day after tomorrow and I don't want to hear any excuses. Both Sona and RISER nodded. Both Lady Citri and Lady Pheonix chuckled at this and started talking to each other about the decorations and preparations for the engagement party. Back to the story. Both Lady Pheonix and Lady Citri started discussing about the engagement party. They hired the best designers and decorators of the underworld. Me and Sona regularly goes there to monitor their works. Both Lord Pheonix and Lord Citri was planning a grand celebration and decoration, but this idea was shut down by RISER and Sona respectively. Both RISER and Sona decided that this engagement party will be a normal party, not too much for a simple engagement party, and will have a grand wedding party. The engagement party will be held in Lord Citri's summer house, which was surrounded by the water from all the sides. The engagement party's invitations were sent to all devil nobility and friends of Sona and RISER's. Time skip. The engagement party started. Every devil nobility that came and congratulated us devil high council members and all the devil kings have also came. They congratulated both me and Sona. Devil King Ajuka Beelzebub call me to the side. RISER: yes Lord Ajakasima. What happened Ajuka? Nothing RISER, I just want to congratulate you on your engagement and I have gift for you. RISER: what is it Lord Ajakasima? Ajuka then gives the RISER a small glass bottle with gold attached with it, and when RISER opens the bottle there is some BLD red liquid inside it. RISER was shocked and said, RISER, don't tell me it's what I think it is. Ajuka: yes RISER, it is what you think it is. It can heal any injury and regrow limbs regardless when they were lost and make those parts stronger than the original, unlike Pheonix tears which can only heal injury and reattach limbs, although it take a genius like me about 6 years, but I finally did it. RISER: thank you so much Lord Ajakasima. Ajuka: don't thank me RISER, it was fun project to do I must say. Please use it wisely because I afraid I can't make it again. RISER: no problem Lord Ajakasima, this is the best gift I have ever received. Thank you so much Ajuka. You're welcome. RISER: now go, your fiancé is waiting for you. Then RISER left and went towards Sona. They were greeted by the head of Nekashus leader. Congratulations on your engagement Lord RISER and Lady Sona. I must say you are a very lucky girl Lady Sona for having such a lovely and great fiancé. Sona blushed at this and said, Sona, thank you. Then we went on and started meeting our friends of mine and Sona's which came here, the peerage members of Sona and Rias ex-peerage members. I met them, they all greeted me and congratulated us. He also congratulated me, but I can easily tell he is not happy. Rias was also invited by Sona because Rias was her childhood friend. I didn't meet her because I don't want to. I don't give a damn about that red-headed were beach. I also met Seraphal Leviathan, Sona's elder sister, and damn, she was scary. I can tell just by looking at her. She was heavily drunk. I don't know why. Everything was going smoothly and everyone was enjoying and drinking. Then suddenly the doors of the hall burst open. Everyone's attention went toward the entrance. When the smoke settles down it reveals a blonde-haired guy with a mark of thunder on his right eye and was releasing a yellow aura. Battle for Sona Citri. Last time on Reborn AS the RISER Pheonix. Everything was going smoothly for our hero. He and his fiancée were enjoying the engagement party and greeting their friends. Then suddenly the doors of the hall burst open. Everyone's attention went toward the entrance. When the smoke settles down it reveals a blonde-haired guy with a mark of a thunder on his right eye and was releasing a yellow aura. Who is this man and what are his motives? Why is he here? Will our hero be able to enjoy his wedding party, or is this man gonna ruin it? Show 2 know next week on Reborn AS the RISER Pheonix battle for Sona Citri. Does anyone get it? Good old Dragon Ball Z vibes. Battle for Sona Citri. Everyone was shocked to see this man coming out of nowhere, and he was staring and releasing a massive killing intent towards RISER. Sona and few other devils know this man. He is Laxus Dreyer, the heir of Dreyer family. They were just like the Pheonix family who have the power of Pheonix, but Dreyer family have the power of Lighting Dragon. They uses the ancient Lightning Dragon Slayer magic which can only be used by Dreyer family bloodline. He was Sona's only male childhood friend, but when Sona became the heiress of her clan after her sister, Seraphal, became a Satan, which resulted in the latter losing the right to inherit the clan. Sona and Laxus were forced to marry each other. Then they both decided on the idea that she broke off their engagement by beating him in a game of chess, claiming that she will not marry someone that is not smarter than her. Sona, Laxus, what are why? Sona didn't able to finish her words when Laxus shouted, Laxus, RISER Pheonix, I challenge you to a duel, and if I will have to break engagement with Sona Citri. Everyone was shocked. Lord Citri was furious at this. Lord Citri, Laxus, what is the meaning of this? Laxus didn't even look at him. All his focus was on RISER. Laxus. Don't tell me, are you scared, little birdie? RISER. What will I get when I'll defeat you? Laxus. My head. RISER. I accept. RISER then looks at Lord Ajuka and said, RISER. Lord Ajuka, can you please do the honors? Devil King Ajuka. Beelzebub nodded and both of them teleported and huge screen appears in the hall in which people can see RISER and Laxus was standing against each other in an fighting arena. In the arena, Laxus and RISER was standing against each other and staring at each other. RISER. Who are you and why are you doing this? Laxus. You will soon find out when I'll beat the SHT out of you. RISER. Oh, you really believe you can defeat me? Bring it on. RISER smile as his whole body was now covered in flames. Laxus also has powered up. His whole body is now covered with yellow lighting and he is releasing a massive killing intent towards RISER. Laxus. Are you ready for a beat-down? Fire chicken. RISER. Bring it on. Sparky. They both rushed at each other at a high speed. Both their fists collide each other, then both of them jump back only to be rushed at each other again and start punching each other with powerful punches. Back in engagement hall, everyone was shocked to see the fight between RISER versus Laxus because Laxus was considered unofficial strongest devil youth because Laxus never have interest in politics. Unofficial because Laxus and Serorg Bale never actually had a rating game. There was only a sparring match and Laxus have beaten Serorg badly. Serorg didn't use the Regulus Nemia, also known as the Battle Axe of the Lion King, is a sacred gear wielded by Serorg Bale. It is listed as one of the original 13 Longinus. Because he wants to use this when the underworld is in danger. Everyone was shocked to see their fight, but no one was more shocked than Sona to see her childhood friend fighting against her. Finance. Sona was looking at the screen nervously trying to figure out why her childhood friend was fighting against her. Finance when suddenly she heard someone. Don't worry Sona, Laxus will win. Sona turns to see it was Rias standing behind her and she was smirking. Sona. What did you mean Rias? Don't worry Sona, Laxus will win. Free you from RISER. You don't have to marry that BSRD. Sona. What did you do? Rias. Nothing, I just contracted Laxus and told him the truth that you are forced to marry RISER because he defeated you in a chess game. Sona. You did what? Next chapter. Dragon vs Pheonix. Till now. Sona. What did you do? Rias. Nothing, I just contracted Laxus and told him the truth that you are forced to marry RISER because he defeated you in a chess game. Sona. You did what? Back to the story. Sona. You did way at Rias. I just contracted Laxus and Sona didn't let her finish and shouted at her. Sona. Why Rias? Because we are childhood friends. Sona, and I don't want you to waste your life by spending rest of your life with that. But BSRD RISER. Sona can't hear it anymore and moved towards Rias and slapped the tea out of her. Sona. Why are you beach? Have you lost your mind? Rias. Why did you slap me? Sona. I did this for you. Clearly that BSRD RISER is controlling your mind. Yes, it has to be that. Sona clearly lost it now. She grabbed Rias by her face and smashed her with full force into the wall nearby. Everyone's attention shifted from the fight between RISER and Laxus back to the hall towards Sona and Rias. Sona then shouted at unconscious Rias and said, Sona. You bloody beach, you have ruined my engagement party. Because of you my childhood friend and my fiancé are fighting with each other. I am only allowing you to go this time because once I saw you as my friend and from now on you are no friend of mine. Now fuck off. Lord and Lady Gremory as well as Devil King Serzek. Lucifer was ashamed because of Ria's stupidity. Suddenly all of the devils in the hall feel the sudden bust of power. They look at the screen. They saw Laxus and huge aura surrounding him. Back at the arena, RISER. Oh, looks like you are finally taking this seriously. Laxus keeps on increasing his power. Even his shirt was torn off showing his well-built upper body. Even his eyes are now covered in lighting. Many single female devils blushed at the sight of this. RISER. Came at me big boy. Laxus. Lightning dragon roar. Laxus launched a powerful beam of light straight towards the RISER. RISER jumps in an attempt to dodge it. Laxus use the attack as a distraction and turn into the lighting and attack RISER from behind. Laxus successfully dropped the powerful kick at RISER's back which make RISER launches towards the front wall. RISER hit the wall face first. RISER then turned back only to hit by Laxus with the powerful punch with Laxus' fist covered in lightning on RISER's jaw sending RISER flying towards the wall. RISER hit the wall face first again. RISER was now covered in flames. He then turned towards Laxus and shouted with pure angry and demonic voice, RISER. You demon fool, this ends now. I'll gonna fuck kinding Kylo you. you suddenly huge flames cover the riser and they are keep on increasing and there was a sudden bust of power. Laxus was shocked to see this riser power level keeps on increasing and it was now even more powerful than Laxus max power when suddenly he heard someone. He looked towards there. It was the voice of his childhood friend Sona Citri. Sona comes to the battlefield to stop the battle between Riser and Laxus. Her queen and her pawn followed her into the battlefield. Sona, stop this useless battle. Laxus. Sona, what are you doing here? Sona. Laxus, stop this useless battle with Riser. Laxus. What are you talking about? Sona, I was F to protect you from him. Sona. There is no need to protect me. Laxus. But Sona didn't let Laxus finish and said, Sona, I love him. Laxus, he is strong, kind and caring. He always stand for weak. He saved the entire Nekashir race alone. He stands for them even though he never met them. Laxus was shocked to hear that and said, Laxus, but got a letter from Rias Gremory stating that you are being forced to marry him because he had defeated you in a match of chess and you don't want to marry him. That's why I came here to challenge him. Sona's starting hating Rias more and more. Sona, that beach, it's not like that. Laxus, Rias have lost her mind and from now on she is no friend of mine. Please don't trust a word from her. Laxus. Okay Sona, I trust you. Laxus then moved 2 steps ahead and said, Laxus, I quit. Chapter ends. New overseer of Ku. Till now. Sona, that beach, it's not like that. Laxus, Rias have lost her mind and from now on she is no friend of mine. Please don't trust a word from her. Laxus. Okay Sona, I trust you. Laxus then moved 2 steps ahead and said, Laxus, I quit. Back to the story. Riser. Laxus and Sona, including her queen and pawn, teleported back to the hall. They clear their misunderstanding, but Laxus and Riser have earned each other respect, but they have a love-hate relationship. Riser? But literally Sona, you saved Laxus. Sorry, but the end of the time. Laxus. Ooh, really, I remember clearly I was beating your but little chicken. Riser. I never took you seriously. You clearly hit like a girl, you little sparky. Laxus. Fried chicken. Riser. Lightning lizard. This goes on for quite some time. Sona. Stop it, you two, you embarrassing me. Sona said with the anyone can see that she is irritated at this. Riser and Laxus look at each other, then they both started laughing together and fist bump. Time skip. It's been 2 days after the engagement party. I called Ravel in my room to discuss something important. Ravel then entered my room and said, Ravel, what happened brother? What you want to discuss? Riser, I was thinking you are now old enough to start learning how to control and manage territory. What do you think about this? It's your choice. I will not force you. Ravel, if you think I am ready brother, then I'll try my best to prove that I am ready. Riser, that's like a good girl. Ravel, thank you brother. By the way, which territory I will be managing? Riser, Ravel, you will be managing Kuo town along with your new sister-in-law Sona. I have already talked with her about this matter. She will help and guide you on how to manage a territory and you will start making your own peerage. I have already talked with Lord Ajikasima. He will be expecting us tomorrow. Ravel, thank you so much brother. I must say it must be difficult even for you to make mom and dad agree with this because they always see me as little girl. Riser, oh yes mom and dad, I forgot to talk with them about this. Riser then started laughing awkwardly while rubbing back of his head, but lucky they agree with this and proud on Riser to think about this for her sister. Next day Riser removes the mutated bishop piece from inside Ravel and they go to Devil King Ajuka Beelzebub to get Ravel new evil pieces. When they reach there they saw Ajuka was doing something in a machine nearby. He immediately notices us. Ajuka. Riser, I was waiting for you. Riser, thank you so much Lord Ajikasima. Lord then look at Ravel besides Riser and said, Ajuka, are you excited Ravel to get evil pieces? Ravel, yes Lord Ajikasima, thank you so much. Ravel said with a bow. Ajuka, it's all right now, let's do this. We went towards the machine. Ravel then put her hand on the relic, then her evil pieces came out in a box. She then pour her magic into the evil pieces. When C opens the box, both and Ajuka were shocked because Ravel gets 6 of her pawns mutated along with 2 mutated knights. She got total 8 mutated pieces out of 16 pieces. Ajuka, wow, that is mind-blowing. Normally people don't even get single mutated pieces and you get 8 mutated pieces. Seriously, I think that much should be expected because after all she is your sister. Riser, I seriously don't know what to say. Ravel, I am proud of you. Good work. Riser said that with thumbs up. They must be from the show 3 King. Ravel, Phoenix Queen, 8 first bishop, for second bishop, 6 first rook, 5 second rook, 3 1 st knight, 8 second knight, 3 pawn 1. 3 pawn 2, 2 pawn 3, 4 pawn 4, 2 pawn 5, 1 pawn 6, 2 pawn 7, 1 pawn 8, It's been 4 days since Ravel got her evil pieces. I was relaxing on my room when suddenly a magic circle appears on my right ear. RISER. Hello appealing. Dear, we got the killing request like you need it. Would you like to go? RISER. Sure, why not? I only need one more soul. I don't even remember when was the last time get a killing request. Yup, I usually do the killing request because it found it funny, entertaining, and I have a special reason for doing this. Okay dear, have fun. Love you. RISER. Love you too. With that, RISER teleported. When I teleported to that location, it seems like a fairly normal room. Through as I look down on the bed that's on the floor, I see a man. He looks to be around 17 or 18 years old. He hears me before turning around. Are you the devil? RISER. Yes, I'm from the Pheonix clan. I heard you need someone dead. Yes, I do. RISER. Okay then, tell me your name and the reason for killing. People usually call me Pyo. RISER. Okay Pyo, now tell me the reason so I can decide how I should kill. Pyo. I was living with my mother and father. We were happy, but one day my father had an accident in which he lost his figres. My mom also started doing work so we can pay of the rent by the landlord, and her daughter treat us like a trash. Recently when I saved her daughter from people who was about RP her in school and can't work properly, I came to realize she was just using me and treats me like her dog, her pet. I was admitted to the hospital and my dad was on work. When I came back home, for some reason I heard moaning and crying. When I opened the door, that landlord bastard was my mom. When I was going to kill him, my mother stopped me, saying I can't kill him because if I do that there will be no place for us to go. Please help me. RISER. Okay, I'll help you. You wanna kill that son of Beach with your own hands, don't you? Pyo facial expression changes to pure anger and said, Pyo. Yes, I want to kill that man with my own hands. RISER. Okay, now tell me, how will you pay me? Pyo. I'll do anything. You can have anything. I can even sell my own soul for this to make that old man suffer. RISER smiled at him and said, RISER. Pyo, your soul will be mine. Let's get this over with. RISER was about leave when Pyo said, Pyo. His daughter is also living with him. What will you do to her? You can have her. RISER. I don't need her. You can have her as your SLV now and can F the SHT out of her. Ha 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 ha. Pyo. Thank you. I guess. RISER. Go the landlord house. When see that man. RISER was puke. That man was in one ugly mother F a. RISER then grabbed that man's hair and dragged him towards the Pyo room because of that man screaming. His daughter woke up. I hit the man in back of his neck to make him unconscious. His daughter rushed towards me. She tried to slap me but I slapped her instead. How dare you slap me? Do you? Who am I? RISER. Yes, I know who you are. You are one heavily soiled beach who thinks the world revolves around them. How dare you? I'll make you pay. Then she again tries to slap me, but this time I'll show her her place and slap her multiple times until she fell on the ground unconscious. Then I teleported both of them to the Pyo room and dropped them in front of him. Pyo jumps at the man and start punching that man and punched him to death. RISER then burned the dead body of that old man, then looked at Pyo and said, RISER. Your soul is mine. Now. Pyo. I know. RISER then pulls out a weird-looking deck out of nowhere and brings out a random card out of it and put that card on Pyo's. See then that card go inside Pyo. Pyo screams. When that card goes inside Pyo, after 5 minutes Pyo stopped screaming and looked at me and said, Pyo, what have you done to me? RISER. I made a half-devil. Now you are a human-devil hybrid. This has increased your life expectancy greatly and you have now become more stronger than any normal human. Pyo. But there has to be a catch. What is it? Smile at Pyo. RISER. Smart, I like it. I'll tell you. Then you can't go inside holy places like crutches etc. and holy objects will hurt you. Pyo. That's it. RISER. Oh, I almost forgot to tell you. You are now my SLV. Your soul is in my hands and you can't disobey my order. If you try to do that you'll die. Enjoy your new life. Pyo, I'll contract you later. With that, RISER teleported back to the underworld. It's been 1 month since Ravel started going to the Kuo Academy. I bide on normal house for Ravel in Kuo. Same say it's an overkill, but she is my only sister. I even went to Kuo with her to make sure that there will not be any kind of problem to my dear little sister. Flashback. RISER and Ravel was standing in front of Kuo Academy. Many students who are going to the school and many parents who are there to leave their children to the school. Starting 2 appealing siblings. RISER was wearing black blazer and a white shirt underneath it, and also wearing small gloves and giving full royal and regal vibes. Ravel was wearing Kuo Academy uniform. RISER and Ravel started moving towards the school, Kuo Academy. Many onlookers started talking about RISER and Ravel with each other. Due to RISER and Ravel devil senses, they hear what onlookers are taking with each other. Random girl. Oh wow, they are looking so cute together. Random girl. Yes, they are looking like they are siblings. Random girl. Are they our models? Random girl. The boy is giving so much regal vibes. Random girl. Yes, they are looking like real-life prince and princess. Random boy. Die pretty boy. Random boy. Death to all pretty boys random boy. Why are all pretty boys coming her random boy? Yes, because then we can get any girls random boy. Although the girl is looking pretty cute by the way random boy. Can we get a chance with her? When RISER heard this, he released same of his aura towards the boys. As the aura hit the boys, they all fell on their knees. RISER, in mind. How can I forget the boys here are like a horny hounds? RISER thinks about something, then RISER, in mind. Let's do this. Then RISER then has an evil smirk. Time skip. RISER and Revel were standing outside Revel new class. Revel had joined Ku Academy as an first-year student. Teacher then call Revel teacher. Came inside. I went inside with Revel student were cheering and shouting when they saw us. Boys was shouting and cheering for Revel and girls with huge blush was cheering and shouting for USS teacher. Introduce yourself. Revel introduce herself. Revel. My name is Revel Pheonix. I love cooking and reading. I also love spending time with my big brother. Please take care of me. Boys started cheering for Revel teacher. Silence, silence. The teacher then looked at some paper, then looked at me and said in a confused tone, teacher. Excuse, but I only a notification for a single transfer student. RISER chuckled at this scene. Heart of all the girls in the class skip a heartbeat when they see RISER chuckling. RISER. I am not student here, teacher. I came here to make sure she does not have any problems. RISER then looked at the boys in the and said, RISER, listen to me, you all horny hounds. If any of you try to do anything or even dare to look at my sister with your pure eyes, I gonna cut your puny pee and stick it in your butt. I gonna skin you alive, cut your body in tiny pieces and feed you to hellhounds. As RISER said this, his red eyes started glowing and looking at the souls of every boy in the class. Every male in the class started shivering with fear and many boys even pss in their pants. RISER then look at female students and teacher and alter their memory. Flashback ends. RISER was in his room when a magic circle appear in front of RISER's ear. RISER, oh, don't worry, I'll be there. RISER, in mind. The church duo has finally come to Ku. Chapter ends. The exorcists in Kuo town. RISER received a call from Revel stating that 2 exorcists have came to Kuo and want to have a meeting with them tomorrow. Next day, RISER teleported to the old school building where exorcists will arrive. When he go there, he see Revel with her 2 new peerage members along with Issei. Asia Kibo wasn't there with them. Aquino and Kaneko have agreed to join Revel peerage. Aquino agreed to join Revel peerage because she hate how Rias behave after RISER exposes. Rias and Aquino feel bad for RISER. Kaneko agreed to join Revel because she came to know that RISER isn't an evil person like Rias told her, and in fact RISER saved Kuroka and entire Nekashir race against House of Nibirius. Revel was going something when she see RISER. She then run towards RISER and hugged him. Revel. Brother RISER. What's up, princess? Are you enjoying your time in Ka Academy? Revel. Yes, brother, thanks to you none of those perverted beasts don't even dare to look at me. RISER. You're welcome, princess. It's an big brother job to keep his lovely little sister protected. RISER then looked at Aquino and Kaneko and said, RISER, looks like you got your few new peerage members already. Well done. Revel. Aquino and Kaneko stepped forward and said, Aquino, good morning. RISER-sama. Kaneko, good morning, they said with a bow. RISER, good morning to both of you. When this was all going all right, then there was a sudden knock on the door. RISER came in, the door opens revealing 2 members of the church. Or the church duo along with Sona and her queen. First girl was a young girl with chin-length blue hair with a green fringe on the right side and dark yellow eyes. Ignore the swords in her hand. Second girl was another young girl with long light brown hair, tied in twin ponytails and violet eyes. Ignore the sword in her hand. Both were dressed in white cloaks with hoods. Sona, RISER and Revel sat down in the couch. RISER in the middle of both the girls and rest of the devils stand behind the couch. RISER then indicate the church duo set in front of them in another couch. RISER, so what brings you people here, or may I say why our exorcist from the church came here to meet with us? Devils, RISER said in a commanding tone. Zenobia clearly doesn't like RISER tone and about to say something, but Irina intervened and said, Irina, we are on a mission. 3 of our Excaliburs were stolen and we tracked the perpetrators to this area of the world. Revel asked out of curiosity. Revel, wasn't there was only one Exalbar? RISER, Revel, Excalibur broke in the war a long time ago. Irina, now it looks like this. The woman with blue hair and green mesh, Zenobia, got her weapon, which was covered in cloth, and revealed it to me. What appeared was a long sword. This is Excalibur. Irina, Excalibur was broken into pieces during the war a long time ago. The fragments were collected and turned into a new form by alchemy. It was made into 7 swords. This is one of them. Zenobia, the Excalibur I hold is Excalibur Destruction. It's one of the 7 holy swords that were created. The Catholic Church is in control of it. Irina also took out something that looked like a long rope. That rope started to move as if it were alive. The rope changed its shape right in front of us and turned into a katana. Irina, mine is Excalibur Mimic. I can change its shape into anything I want, so it's really useful for carrying around. Just like this, each Excalibur has its unique ability. This one is in the possession of the Protestant Church. Zenobia, Irina, there's no reason to tell these devils the ability of Excalibur, is there, Irina, era Zenobia? Even if they are devils, we still have to form a trustworthy relationship with them in this situation. Also, even if my sword's ability is revealed, I won't fall behind all the devils here. Shidu, Irina said confidently. She probably had the confidence that she absolutely would not lose to us. RISER, so what does the stolen Excaliburs have to do with this country located in the east of the world? Zenobia, the Catholic Church was in possession of 2 Excaliburs including mine. The Protestant Church also had 2. Also in the Eastern Orthodox Church there were 2 as well. The last one went missing in the previous war between God, devils, and fallen angels. 1 Excalibur was stolen from each church. The ones that stole them escaped to Japan and brought them to this town. Sona, looks like my territory is full of incidents. So who are the ones that stole the Excaliburs? The ones that stole them were the Grigori. Bucho widened her eyes in surprise at the answer. Zenobia, the holy swords were taken by the fallen angel organization. It's not a matter of mistake. But certainly it would be the fallen angels when it comes to stealing them. For the devils working at the top, holy swords does give them much interest. Zenobia, we sent priests, exorcists, to this town secretly, but they kept getting killed. Zenobia, our request no. Our order is to not to have any devils intrude in the battle between us and the fallen angels for the Excaliburs. In other words, we came here to tell you not to interfere with this incident. Sona's eyes changed after hearing the way Zenobia talked. Sona, such manner of speech. Is it restraint? Are you thinking that we might collaborate with those fallen angels, perhaps that we might team up with them to do something with Excalibur? Zenobia, the headquarters think that it might not be impossible. There were chills within Sona's eyes. She was quite pissed an enemy comes all the way to her territory. Then tells her not to be involved and not to butt in. Also they said whatever they wanted to by saying that they would not forgive us if we formed an alliance with the fallen angels. Sona's pride as a high-class devil and a fiancé of RISER Pheonix wouldn't allow her to keep quiet about it. Zenobia, the higher-ups don't trust devils and fallen angels. We were ordered as, if the holy swords are taken away from God's side, then the devils would also be happy, right? The fallen angels would also profit from it. For those reasons it won't be weird for them to form an alliance. That's why we are giving you a warning. If you form an alliance with the fallen angel, then we will eliminate you all. Even if you're the little sister of the Mao, by our boss. End showing exorcists their place. Till now, Zenobia, the higher-ups don't trust devils and fallen angels. We were ordered as, if the holy swords are taken away from God's side, then the devils would also be happy, right? The fallen angels would also profit from it. For those reasons it won't be weird for them to form an alliance. That's why we are giving you a warning. If you form an alliance with the fallen angel, then we will eliminate you all. Even if you're the little sister of the Mao, by our boss. Back to the story. After saying this, both Zenobia and Irina got up and the 2 of them tried to leave. Then both of them looked in the same direction. It was Asia. When I saw you in Hayuda Issei's house, I thought that maybe it was you. Are you the witch Asia Argento? I never expected to meet you in a place like this. Zenobia said. Asia's body shook after she was called witch. That word is something painful to Asia. Irina seemed like she noticed as well and stared at Asia. Are you the rumored witch, the former holy maiden? You are said to have the power that can also heal devils and fallen angels, right? I heard that you were sent somewhere after getting exiled, but I never thought you became a devil. Asia didn't know how to react to Irina and Zenobia. It's okay. I won't tell the higher-ups what I saw here. So rest assured, people who were around the holy maiden Asia will also get shocked as well. Asia made a perplexed expression at Irina's words. But to become a devil, the one who is called a holy maiden, you fell to the lowest place you could. Do you still believe in our God, Zenobia? There's no way that she, who became a devil, still believes in God. Shidu Irina said it with an amazed face. No, I can smell the belief from her. It might be an abstract way of saying it, but I'm sensitive to these things. There are people who betray the teachings and still have guilt within them because they couldn't forget the teachings. I can feel something similar coming from her. Zenobia said it with sharp eyes, and Irina stared at Asia even more with interested eyes. Is that true, Asia-san? You still believe in God even if you have turned into a devil? Asia replied to that question with a sad expression. I just can't put it aside. I believed in it for my whole life. Hearing that, Zenobia took her sword out from the cloth and pointed it at Asia. Is that so? Then you should be cut down by us this instant. If it's now, I can cut you in the name of God. Even if you have sinned, our God will forgive you. Before anyone could say or do anything, RISER appears between Issei and Zenobia. That's enough. You came to my city steps uninvited. You insult my wife. You threaten my people with death. Oh, you have said enough, exorcist, shouted RISER as his body started burning and the room temperature started increasing. Are you saying you are willing to start a fight with entire church? Said Zenobia with a smirk. Oh, I will rip apart every member of the church if I have to, said RISER with venom's voice. Madness, this is madness. No one threatens a member of the church, said Zenobia, and Irina was standing just behind Zenobia. Madness. This is devil territory, and front kick Zenobia. Zenobia and Irina, who was just behind Zenobia, fall into the magic circle on the ground which was created by the RISER. And, till now, madness. This is devil territory, and front kick Zenobia. Zenobia and Irina, who were just behind Zenobia, fall into the magic circle on the ground which was created by the RISER. Back to the story. Sona and Ravel were shocked when they saw RISER kicking two exorcists from the church because they didn't expect RISER to kick those two exorcists in a magic portal. Sona was first one to respond and asked RISER, Sona, RISER, why do you kick them in a magic portal and where did you teleported them? RISER, I kicked them because I heard enough of them. They came to our city steps uninvited. They insulted you, my princess, my future wife. They threaten our people with death. Sona started blushing when she heard RISER refer to her as his future wife. But where did you send them? Asked Sona curiously. I sent them where they belong, said RISER with a smirk. Now everyone go back to your classes, we are done here, said Sona. Everyone left the room. There were only 3 remaining in the room. They were RISER, Sona and Ravel. Sona then looked at RISER and asked with a smile, Sona, now tell me, my future husband, where did you teleport them? Somewhere else? Ah! Both the exorcists shouting as they fall from the sky and cash on the garbage. What the fuck? Shouted Zenobia. How can he do that to us? Moo, I hate him so much, shouted Irina with an angry pout. Kuo Academy? Puff, don't tell me, did you really teleport them to Kuo dump yard? Said Sona, trying to control her laugh, but that cannot be said for the Ravel as she busts out laughing. Ha, that's a perfect place for those 2 garbage. Ha, said Ravel between her laugh. Somewhere else. One-headed Beach is playing for her revenge. Beach started talking to herself. Iris Gremory, who was born for the greatness. Iris Gremory was the heir of Gremory household, the little sister of the devil king Serzex Lucifer. It was I who was going to the future champion of the raiding game. It was Iris Gremory who made one of the 2 heavenly dragons, the great red dragon emperor host, a devil, a mere SLV of the Gremory household. Who cares how I did that? Everything was going great until that bastard came in my life and ruined everything in my life. Because of him I lost my peerage, I lost my birthright of the Gremory clan's heiress after my oldest brother, Serzex, took the position of Lucifer. I was the sole daughter and youngest child of Father Zeoticus and my mother Venelana Gremory. I was the aunt of Milikas Gremory, and the maternal cousin of Serorg and Magdaran Bale. I became known as the crimson-haired ruin princess, because of the color of my hair and power of destruction, and was the role model for many young devils. But now I am nothing. I am no longer the heir of the and a high-class devil. I lost the total control over Kuo town. All my peerage has been taken away from me, and they are now under that son of a beach. RISER, I was banished to the earth for 5,000 years. It was all because of him. I will destroy him, and I will have my revenge. RISER. Pheonix, do you Hear me, ha ha, I will destroy you, Riser Pheonix, I will destroy you, ha, said Rias Gremory to herself while looking at mirror and started laughing like crazy. End. Till now, exorcists were teleported to Kuo Town Dumpyard by Riser when they disrespected Sona and his people. Rias is going mad believing Riser had destroyed her life because of this, want revenge against Riser. Back to the story. Riser calls every devil in Kuo Academy in Orc to discuss about the exorcists. Riser was sitting in the Orc with Sona and her peerage along Ravel with her new peerage members except Kaneko. Riser noticed that Issei, Kaneko, Kiba and Issei were not present in Orc. Does anyone know where is Issei, Kaneko, Kiba and Issei and why are they not present here? Asked Riser. Kiba was going mad with revenge and left the school and Issei, Kaneko and Issei went to find him, answered by Akino. Oh, do you the reason why Kiba is going mad with revenge? Himejima asked Sona. Yes, you see, originally he was an orphan named Isaiah. Yudo was taken in by the church and was chosen to be a part of a project called the Holy Sword Project under the supervision of Valper Galilei. But when the project failed to show merit, Valper's decision to eliminate them as failures was directly responsible for the deaths of his friends and all other participants, resulting in Yudo developing extreme antagonism against holy swords, especially Excalibur. After successfully escaping the facility with the help of his friends, he finally succumbed to the poison he inhaled. Lying on the ground, he was in his dying moments when he was found and was reincarnated by Rias as her servant devil. During his initial days as Rias' servant, he was distrustful of her and all those related to her. He later practices his swordsmanship under Tsuji Okita, who was the first person he opened up to. One day, when giving tribute to his deceased friends, he was confronted by a stray devil and fought a strong battle until his MSTR, Okita, came to rescue him. After this event, he finally began trusting devils, opened up to Rias and took upon the name Rias thought of specifically for him, Yuto Kiba. Answer Akino with a sad voice. Everyone in the Orc becomes sad except one and people starting thinking Rias isn't that bad, she saved Kiba after all, that manipulated red-headed beach, shouted Riser with pure venom in his voice. What do you mean, brother? Asked Ravel. Yes, Riser-sama, please explain yourself, said Akino with little anger in her voice. Okay, answer me first, is it only me, or does anyone else find it weird why the heir of Gremory from one of the 72 pillars and little sister of Devil King Surzek's Lucifer, who is famous for being a Siscon doing all alone near the sites of one of the secret projects of church, the Holy Sword Project, said Riser. Really, it's very weird, brother, said Ravel. Wait, don't tell me what I think it is, said Sona in a shocked voice. Yep, I think Rias and Devil King Surzek know about the project, and with the help of Devil King Ajuka Beelzebub they came to know that it is bound to be failed. They let every other children die except Kiba, who had a sacred gear, and save him in his dying moment to have his eternal loyalty, but he didn't trust them, so they let a stray devil attack him when he was giving tribute to his deceased friends and again save him in his dying moments, gets his eternal loyalty, said Riser. Everyone started thinking how she can let so many children die for her own greed. Sona and Akino can't believe how she can do this to those innocent children. Sona can't believe her once childhood can do something like this. Akino started thinking, does Rias know about the people who are gonna attack my home when my father was out when I was a child, and does Rias let them kill my mother and save me at my worst time and reincarnated me in a devil to have my eternal loyalty? And many other questions about her reincarnation started appearing in her mind. Scene change. In another place, several figures could be seen talking to each other. Oh my. It seems I can no longer get a red from the soldiers I sent as reinforcements for your subordinates, meaning they have most likely been killed. How unfortunate. I spent quite a while on their modifications, but oh well, at least I received some data on the prototype sword I created. Quite pleased on that, so it is not a total loss, said one of the male figures, although he seemed to have a very feminine voice. One of his colleagues raised a brow at his discovery. Killed, you say? Are you certain it isn't only your soldiers but also a lot of stray exorcists as well as fallen angels that have been sent to that place? For all of them to have been dealt with is something I find very strong to believe. Oi, Kokabeel, didn't you say that only Rias Gremory and Sona Citri were located at that place? They should not possess the strength to be able to deal with a force of such numbers, said a very worried male who addressed the third person present, who was revealed to be the fallen angel Kadre Kokabeel. Kokabeel simply shrugged. Calm yourself, Valper. They must have sent their own reinforcements to aid the two brats. Even though they are weak, they are still siblings of two devil kings. No way would they let anything happen to them. I'll admit, it was a small miscalculation on my part, but in the grand scheme of things, it matters not. Luckily, they provided enough of a distraction for us to retrieve 3 pieces of Excalibur, so in all, it was not for naught. I still have plenty of available subordinates, just as there are still plenty of stray exorcists who have joined your cause. By the way, Kokabeel turned to his other collaborator, taking something out of his pocket and handing it to him. Here are the blueprints you wanted on Azazel's machine. It was a bit tricky to get them, so I hope it was well worth it. Also, how goes the retrieval of the 4th piece from the Vatican? The unknown figure gladly accepted the blueprints from Kokabeel and began examining it with excited eyes. Ah, so these are the blueprints for the sacred gear remover machine. How fascinating! I can't wait to build one with even more efficiency. Also, to answer your second inquiry, I have successfully retrieved the Excalibur blessing piece, although it came at the loss of many of my followers. I have to say that Griselda Quarta is a very dangerous exorcist, as expected of the brave saint of the Seraph Gabriel. If it weren't for her, it would have gone more smoothly. However, thanks to my brilliance, we have the 4th piece in our possession, which should arrive here. Although, do you think your boss is aware of your betrayal? He asked Kokabeel, who crossed his arms. I have no doubt that he probably already suspects me. He may be a pacifist, but he is not an idiot, and with Rainier having already stolen the artifact, he will definitely be aware of it, but that is of no cause for concern. Even if he knows, he would not do anything due to his fear of restarting a great war. What a fool! I can't believe we elected a pacifist to lead us. Scorned Kokabeel, wearing a very angry expression. I also have a piece of good news to impart. My spies have informed me that Heaven has sent 2 exorcists here to investigate the theft of the pieces, but the best news is that both wield 2 other pieces of Excalibur. How generous of Heaven to send them right at our doorsteps. Finally, my research on holy swords will finally bear fruit, said a very ecstatic Valper. Michael is just as much of a pacifist as Azazel is. He wouldn't dare send his angels here for fear of bringing war to their doorsteps. How about the location of the last piece? Any luck finding it? Kokabeel asked his colleagues. Unfortunately, not the last and strongest piece. Excalibur Ruler had been missing ever since its creation, and no one seemed to have found where it had gone. Valper answered. Oh my, I haven't had any success either in locating the final piece. Whoever is in possession of it has done a marvelous job in hiding it all these years. A pity too. The experiment would have been a lot easily had we had all pieces assembled. Oh, what a sight that would have been. It matters not. Even without the final piece, we have what we need to make our plan come to fruition. How long before the rest of the preparations are accomplished? Kokabeel asked, wanting to know how long before they can begin their objective. Azazel may be a fool, but he is no idiot. Kokabeel had no doubt that Azazel will soon make a move against him. Even if he can't intervene, he will probably find some way to warn the devils of his arrival, so they could not afford to waste too much time. Even he isn't stupid enough to believe that his power is enough to face the combined might of the 4 Maos by himself. He will simply take them down one by one, and when his plan succeeds, he will finally get the chance to prove that fallen angels stand superior above all other races. I've already started assembling many stray exorcists to join our cause, and I am in the midst of analyzing the pieces of Excalibur, so, in my calculations, I should be done in a week. Valper explained his side to Kokabeel. Soon I shall show everyone the might of the fallen angels, said Kokabeel. End the battle of Keoch. RISER was relaxing on his bed in the underworld, enjoying his life with the most expensive drink in the underworld, when suddenly the notification appears in front of him informing him of supernatural activity in Keoch town. Time skip. When RISER arrived, he saw that his sister's new peerage, Rias, and her old peerage was fighting against the people that came with Kokabeel, and he was sitting on a throne in the sky, and Kiba was surrounded by blue energy. Irina was unconscious, and Zenobia was fighting against the Cerberus. RISER remained back and watched what was about to happen when suddenly Kiba raised his hand and yelled, "I will create a new sword with the help of my comrades." Kiba said as a new-looking sword which had both holy and demonic powers that appeared in his hand. This is called the Sword of Betrayer, my balance barker, said Kiba. Ash got in his fighting stance when Zenobia came to him and said, so tell me Devil Knight, are we still on the same team? I like to think we are, said Kiba as he pointed his sword at the exorcist who was wielding the mutated Excalibur while Zenobia chanted something and a portal appeared to her side with a sword's hilt coming out of it. This here is called Durandal. It can cut anything, so it needs to be stored in another dimension, said Zenobia. And Kiba grabs his sword in his hands and takes a fighting position along with Zenobia as they both started attacking the Excalibur, and they continued until the Excalibur broke into pieces and the exorcist was killed. Holy and devil's powers mixed, that means not only the original Satan but also, said Valper before being killed by Kokobile. Valper, you were talented, but even you were not supposed to find that out, said Kokobile as he dematerialized his throne and floated in air. What did he found out? Asked Zenobia in her battle stance. That god is dead, ha, replied Kokobile as he burst into laughter which shocked everyone, mostly Zenobia. No, you are lying. If God is dead, who is operating heavens? Asked Zenobia. Michael is doing a great job filling in for God, replied Kokobile again, laughing like a madman. Now entertain me, use that holy devil sword and Durandal to attack me, said Kokobile as he narrowly dodged an energy blast. As everybody looked at the direction, they saw RISER standing there while smirking. As they saw him, everyone was relieved, also the exorcist, but they hate to show it or admit it. Now who are you? Asked Kokobile as he looked at RISER. The one who is going to kick your butt, said RISER with a smirk. Know your place, devil, said Kokobile as he prepared a light spear and threw towards RISER, which he easily dodged. Is that all you got? I'm very disappointed. I expected more from you, Kokobile. The angle of the stars, taunted RISER as he disappeared and appeared in front of Kokobile and punched him in the gut with so much force that made him cough out. BLD, that's it, broken already, said RISER with a disappointed look as he punched Kokobile again, sending him towards the ground, creating a crater on impact. You filthy devil, I'm going to make you pay for this, said Kokobile as he created many light spears and sent them towards RISER, who just douched them at the end moment. Everyone was worried as they saw the light spears almost hit RISER. Ha, that's what you get for underestimating, said Kokobile, but was silenced when he saw only his burned cloths were there and he was standing next to them. He had no scratches on him. Everyone could see the developed muscles and all the girls blushed except Rias at the sight of him. Still weak now, it time to end you, I guess, said RISER as he descended towards Kokobile with high speed and landed on him with dust flew everywhere, blocking the view of everyone. After the dust settled, everyone could see RISER standing on Kokobile's back with one of his wings in hand. After you have fallen this much, I don't think you need these wings, said RISER as he ripped off one of his wings, and Kokobile screamed as his BLD spread on RISER, who had a sadistic smile on his face. Scream more, I love to hear you screams, said RISER as he ripped another wing off. Everyone was terrified by his sadistic side while Aquino was turned on by this. At the same time, the barrier around the school was shattered and a light came inside. When the light settled down, everyone could see a man in a white scale armor. As Issei saw him, he felt hatred towards the person and wanted to kill him. I'm the White Dragon Emperor and I'm here for Kokobile, said the figure as he looked around. He saw RISER standing on Kokobile's back. Albion, we finally meet again, said Drake from Issei Gauntlet, shocking everyone. Drake, so this is your host? He doesn't look that powerful, said Albion from the wings on the figure's back. My host can defeat you, host, without even using his full power, replied Drake boastfully. My host is the strongest White Dragon Emperor in the history, said Albion in a proud tone. We'll see who is strong, said Drake in a challenging tone. I don't have time for this, so just give me Kokobile so I can leave, said the figure. Why, he is the one who attacked my town and hurt my people, so he must die, RISER said as he was about to finish the job but was stopped when he saw the figure had grabbed his arm. I'm afraid I can't let you do that, said the figure as he punched RISER, sending him across the ground and into the building. End. Scene change to Ravel and Rias group. Never ever touch my damn face ever again, said RISER with a glowing eye along with a smile which promises a lot of pain. Everyone on Rias and the Ravel group along with exorcists feels a chilling sensation when they saw RISER smile like this, except for one. Errara, said Aquino while rubbing her legs and getting wet. Hey, keep my brother out of your perverted mind. Ravel shouted at Aquino. Aquino ignores Ravel and keeps on rubbing her legs. Lord. Riser Sama loves to give pain. I am starting to feel hot just by imagining it, said Aquino while licking her lips. Everyone's sweat drop at this. Scene change. Valley looks up to Riser and about to say something when they feel a sudden bust of power behind Valley. When they look for the source of a sudden bust of power, they see Kokobile standing tall while holding White Dragon Emperor orb which was glowing. That orb must have fallen when you broke my White Dragon Emperor. Balance breaker, armor set. Valley while looking at Kokobile. Finally, after all these years, I finally got the orb of White Dragon Emperor. With this I can finally break that bloody sealed, said Kokobile. What seal you are talking about, Kokobile? Have you gone nuts because of me beating the living Issei out of you? Asked Riser with an arrogant smirk. Kokobile. You fool, who do you think I am? Riser. A stupid arrogant son of where with AIDS and a crow, said Riser with another smirk. He can hear Valley and the group of Rias, Ravel, and exorcists giggling at this comment. Shut up, you basted eye. Kokobile was one of the most powerful fallen angels, stands on almost equal grounds to the Governor-General of the fallen angels and Gregory Azazel. My power was sealed by the devils and angels with orbs of both the Welsh dragon Yd Drake Gotch, also known as Red Dragon Emperor of Domination, and the Vanishing Dragon Albion Gwyber, also known as White Dragon Emperor of Supremacy. I already got the orb of Red Dragon Emperor ages ago. All I needed was the orb of White Dragon Emperor to break the dragon seal. I knew if I were to attack the Sisters of Devil Kings that bastard Azazel will surely send the White Dragon Emperor to stop me and I will get the chance to break the seal. And with this orb of White Dragon Emperor to break the seal, said Kokobile and crushed the orb in his hand. I am the Angel of Stars, Kokobile. I am Kokobile who taught constellations to my associates. I am Kokobile who used to command an army of 365,000 spirits that shall become the Star of God. Once again the weather started changing and the sun disappeared. Thunderstorms filling the sky. The high wind storms started. The group of Rias, Ravel and exorcists flow away. In front Riser and Valley stands Kokobile with huge amounts of magical power and pressure. Suddenly everything stops in an instant like it never started to begin with, and in the center stands Kokobile, the Angel of Stars. And the Angel of Stars, Kokobile. Oh, I think no one has taught you how to respect your elders. Don't worry, I'll teach you, little devil, said Kokobile with tick mark on his face. Come at me, you old geezer, I'll gonna beat your ugly but face so bad that you'll turn Medusa to stone, said Riser. More vines appeared on Kokobile's face. Kokobile launched himself towards Riser with his spear aimed at Riser's head. Riser dodged at the last moment and turned around to see a large crater where Kokobile stands at the center. My body hasn't recovered yet, still hasn't adjusted to my true power after a very long time, said Kokobile to no one in particular. Riser heard Kokobile and looks toward Valley. Valley change of plans. Go to Azazel and tell him about Kokobile and about his broken dragon seal immediately. I'll try to hold him until you arrive back with Azazel, said Riser with a serious voice. But brother, you can't have. Valley can't even finish his sentence. Are you questioning my order, boy? Said Riser with a stern-looking face and focused eyes. Just don't you dare die, old man, said Valley with a worried and angry voice and teleported away. Suddenly black flames started covering Riser's whole body. I still can't maintain this form, but I have no other choice now. Came at me, you beach, said Riser while showing his middle finger. Time skip. Sona POV. All I remember was me along with my peerage was protecting the school with a barrier when suddenly White Dragon Emperor came. He said something to Riser and Riser defeated him when suddenly Kokobile grabbed the fallen orb of White Dragon Emperor and said something about the seal. I can't hear them properly because I was far away from them when suddenly there was a sudden power bust and me along with my peerage were blown away. Sona. What happened? Are everyone alright? Almost everyone was knocked out. I then look at Kuo Academy. Nothing, there was nothing left. The entire academy building vanished like it wasn't even there at first place. I started running towards the Kuo Academy to find out what happened. Rias, Kiba, Issei, Isa along with Ravel, they all also look like they are starting to wake up. I ignored them and kept running. I was trying to find Riser when suddenly I saw a huge meteoroid heading towards what looked like a person covered with black flames. Flames. Fury. Riser, normal POV. Fuck. Would have thought that Kokobile will be this strong. I guess I was wrong, said Riser, who sounded extremely tired. I don't think I can keep it up anymore. Swear the F are you, Azazel, said Riser to himself. His black flames started disappearing. Riser fell down on his knees. You are a worthy opponent, Devil. I enjoyed our fight. You entertained me a lot, and because of you I'm able to break the dragon seal, but everything has to come to an end. I'll remember you. What is your name, Devil? Asked Kokobile. RISER. RISER Pheonix, said RISER. RISER Pheonix, I'll remember your name. Sayonara, Devil, said Kokobile. So this is it, huh? This is how I die, by the hands of a fallen angel like Kale. All my plans, all my preparations wasted. I can't even see the people I love the most in this world for one last time. Truly a shameful death, said RISER to himself, and prepare for the inevitable. Kokobile form a light spear and aims it at RISER's heart. He was about to hit him when he stopped at very last moment. He is coming. I am not strong enough to take him head on right now. I guess you are lucky, RISER Pheonix. We shall meet again, said Kokobile, and he teleported away. RISER POV. What the F? Who is coming? What the F is going on here? Said RISER to no one in particular. Suddenly many magic circles formed in the air and many fallen angels started appearing, and from the biggest magic circle Azazel along with Valley appeared. Just where the F were you, Azazel? Shouted RISER. Azazel looked at me with his signature smile and was about to say something when I suddenly felt something was coming at me at high speed. I turned around at the exact moment Kiba with his holy devil sword and Issei with his boosted gear pierced my heart. BLD started coming out of my mouth. I looked both of them. Kiba looked shameful while Issei looked happy. End. Till now, RISER POV. Azazel looked at me with his signature smile and was about to say something when I suddenly felt something was coming at me at high speed. I turned around at the exact moment Kiba with his holy devil sword and Issei with his boosted gear pierced my heart. BLD started coming out of my mouth. I looked both of them. Kiba looked shameful while Issei looked happy. Back to the story. Everyone was frozen with shock and their mind could not process this scene which was playing in front their eyes. Why? Asked RISER with BLD coming out of his mouth. I can't believe I will finally take Ria's virginity. Who would have thought she would offer herself to me if I could kill you? I am so happy, said Issei with a single drop of regret or shamefulness for his action. Bucho's order. I'm sorry, said Kiba with tears in his eyes. Soon the life left the body of RISER and RISER die. RISER POV. Where am I? RISER found himself standing at white corridor. Suddenly a bright light appears in front of me. Did you enjoy your new life, my son? Asked a old man with a long beard, white beard and long hairs. Who are you? Asked RISER. I am the true God, my child. I am the one who accepted your dying wish and reincarnated you as RISER Pheonix. Do you remember me now, Anyudith? Says the old-looking man. Anudith, it's been years since someone called me by my old name. I almost forgot who I was, but now I remember everything, says Anyudith to himself. God. What happened, Anyudith? Do you want to say something? I am really happy with what you have done and how you have saved so many lives. I am proud of you, my child. Anyudith. Father, can you please send me back in time during the ending fight with Kokobile? God. I can, but you must understand this, my child. You cannot change your fate. No one can. It already written, Anyudith. That means it is written that I will die by the hands of Kiba and Issei after the fight with Kokobile. God. Yes, my child, you see it is already written and I can't change it, Anyudith. It's okay, Father, please send me back in time so I can fight Kokobile with all my power and my gear. If it is already written that I will die by the end of this fight, so be it. I still want to fight and die with my pride. I don't want anything else, Father. God. Okay, my child, if this is your final wish, then I shall grant it. RISER POV. Suddenly everything went black. I then opened my eyes. I see I was standing in front of Kokobile. I came back in time when I send Valley to get help from Azazel. I look at Kokobile and smile. Third person POV. I'm gonna end you this time, Kokobile, said RISER, and summon a 4 deck of cards. They are the same deck of cards he used in chapter Killing Request. Kokobile, can you give me few minutes to power up too so I can entertain you little longer? Shouted RISER so Kokobile can hear him clearly. Okay, I shall give you a chance to entertain me, said Kokobile with arrogant smile. Think RISER cannot beat him? I, RISER Pheonix, order every SLV under me to sacrifice your life and soul and shall grant me the power to end this monster in front of me, said RISER as the 4 deck of cards glow. Somewhere else. News reporter. Worldwide, almost 200 famous people have suddenly committed suicide at the same time. Back to battleground. Deck of cards suddenly stopped glowing and started radiating strong power. RISER quickly grabbed the decks of card and absorbs them by placing them in front of this. There was a sudden power bust and RISER was soon covered with a fire tornado. What is this? What kind of power is this? This makes me so excited, shouted Kokobeel. Suddenly everything stops and in place of Riser stands a man covered with fire armor all over his body along with huge fire wings and a long fire sword. Let's end this, Kokobeel, shouted Riser and launched himself at Kokobeel. Time skip. Sona POV. Sona. What happened? Are everyone alright? Almost everyone was knocked out. I then look at Kuo Academy. There was nothing left. The entire academy building vanished like it wasn't even there at first place. I started running towards the Kuo Academy to find out what happened to Rias, Kiba, Issei, Isa along with Ravel. They all also look like they are starting to wake up. I ignored them and kept running. I was trying to find Riser when suddenly I saw a Riser in a broken fire armor with sword fighting with a fallen angel with 10 black wings. I went near them when I heard them shouting, I know this is a temporary power, but I will now end you, Kokobeel, with my final attack. Cruel son, shouted Riser and launched himself at Kokobeel with his sword. I will end you, Devil, with my final attack. Is well, Devil, the darkest star, shouted Kokobeel and launched himself at Riser with his spear. At Riser they both launched at each other and their attack collided with each other, which produced a huge explosion. I can't see anything. Normal POV. When the dust dies down, the Riser standing over Kokobeel without his armor. Riser lost his left eye, his right hand. Suddenly many magic circles formed in the air and many fallen angels started appearing, and from the biggest magic circle Azazel along with Valley appeared. Azazel looked at Kokobeel and then looked at Riser. Took you long enough, you old fart, shouted Riser and give his signature arrogant smirk at Azazel. Riser POV. Azazel looked at me with his signature smile and was about to say something when I suddenly felt something was coming at me at high speed. I turned around at the exact moment Kiba with his holy devil sword and Issei with his boosted gear pierced my heart. BLD started coming out of my mouth. I looked both of them. Kiba looked shameful while Issei looked happy. I can't believe I will finally take Ria's virginity. Who would have thought she would offer herself to me if I could kill you? I am so happy, said Issei with a single drop of regret or shamefulness for his action. Bucho's order. I didn't want to kill you, Riser, but I can't refuse Rias. After all, Rias saved my life and provide me a place to live and give me food to eat. I am sorry, said Kiba with tears in his eyes. Riser smiles at Kiba's answer and said, if only you know the whole truth, my friend. Riser then took a deep breath and said something which everyone who was present there can't able to forget for the rest of their lives. It gladdens me to know that God has prepared for a feast. Soon I shall be drinking ale with him. I does not lament my death, but still it makes me wonder how the little piggies will grunt when they hear the trials of death of their old boar. I refuse to accept death with fear. My death comes without apology. I accept death with pride of a Pheonix, said Riser with his dying breath, and soon the life left the body of the man known as Riser Pheonix, the hero of a Nekasha race, the heir of the House of Pheonix, the son of Devil whose name will never be forgotten by the 3 fractions who risk his life to stop another great war from happening and killed Angel of Star fallen Angel Kokobeel and save millions of lives from war. He become the hero and role model for the next generation of many races, and his sacrifice will always be remembered by everyone, and his name will keeps on living even after his death as a man who accept his death with a smile. Issei then removes his hand from inside Riser's Issei. Then after that Kiba also removes his holy devil sword from inside of Riser's Issei covered with Riser's BLD. Riser's lifeless body soon falls down to the ground. And somewhere near the Pheonix territory there is Nekashu territory, which was given by Devil High Council as an apology, but in reality it was given because Devil High Council doesn't want to ruin their relationship with Yukai faction. The High Council earlier wanted to give them area near the Devil capital so that they can keep an eye on Nekashu and can easily kidnap, influence or manipulate Nekashu, but because of the constant demand of Nekashu and the request of Devil King Ajuka Beelzebub, formerly known as Ajuka Astaroth, was a member of a branch family of the Astaroth clan. Ajuka is Surzex, Lucifer's childhood friend and rival. Like Surzex, he was also an ace of the anti-Satan faction and became a Satan after the conflict between the old Satan faction and anti-Satan faction came to an end. Sometime after being a Satan, Ajuka created the evil peace system to help replenish the number of devils, which eventually led to the creation of the raiding game. The High Council agreed Nekashu's demand of area near Pheonix territory because they can't refuse the request of Devil King Ajuka Beelzebub because he is a very important person in Devil society and has a great influence in it. The High Council also gives many rewards to the devil who saved Nekash's and stopped Nekash's massacre. The Devil High Council and Devil King Ajuka Beelzebub gives the title of Untouchable Flame because no one was able to touch that devil in the whole fight against the branch house of the Nibirius clan who wanted to create an artificial super devil, in hopes that it might help the old four great Satans' kin return to power, which they trusted the task to their servants, a branch family of the House of Nibirius. Kaibyo, the capital of Nekash's territory. Nekashas living their daily life after the village incident a few months back where a Nekasha village, the smallest part in Nekashu territory, was invaded by SLV traders, mentioned in chapter. Time skip 10 years later, Nekashas started becoming isolated. They only interact and trade with devils and people of Pheonix territory. At the center of Nekasha's capital city there is a huge statue of their hero who saved their entire race. There are even books that tell about his sagas, his accomplishments, his views on life and death. There also is the very famous interview of that man where one reporter asked that man, "Sir, what do you think will happen when we die?" He thinks for a second and said, "I know that the one who loves us will miss us." Then another reporter asked him, "Sir, what will be your dying wish?" Like everybody has one that they want to do before their death. What's yours? He smiled at the reporter and said, "My dying wish is that when death is in front of me and ready to take my soul, I shall not fear death. I shall welcome it with open arms, a long fire in my eyes and a smile on my face. That's my dying wish." That man who is the hero of Nekasha race, who is worshipped as god by many Nekasha, is known as RISER Pheonix, who was according to them, devil by beach but angel by work, the only devil who they trust and follow. They are willing to follow his every command blindly because he not only risked his own life to save their entire race. He also provides them with a house to live in, clothes to wear, food to eat, work to do, and provide education to their children. He also helps them to build roads, hospitals, schools without asking anything in return. He was like a god to them. Some Nekashu even worship him like a god who always comes in the time of distress and helps them in their worst times where they are in great mental or physical suffering, such as extreme anxiety, sadness, or pain, or the state of being in danger or urgent need, emotional/financial distress. He always comes and spread happiness among them, help them both emotionally and financially. End the calm before the storm. KB, the capital of Nekasha's territory. Yuruchi Shaheen POV. It is the normal day in Kaibyo, the capital of Nekasha's. I am right now going towards the Pheonix mansion near the center of Kaibyo. It feels like yesterday when me and Kuroka went to Lord RISER Pheonix to join his peerage, and how we had to fight him to prove our worth, and how I becomes his second mutated pawn. I was kinda sad because I thought pawn were an useless piece, but when Lord RISER told how pawn can change into any other piece except king with king permission, I came to know how important it was. I still can't believe 10 years passed away so soon. I am almost there. I can see Lord RISER mighty statue, normal POV. Suddenly a crack appear on the statue, then another crack appear, and many cracks started appearing all over the statue of Lord RISER Pheonix. Everyone who can see the statue even from a distance stopped moving and starting at the statue. Suddenly a bright light from the statue shoot up in the sky. Black clouds started covering the entire Nekasha's territory. The people in Nekasha's territory started hearing, "It gladdens me to know that God has prepared for a feast." Every Nekasha present inside the territory recognized the voice. It is the voice of their hero Lord RISER Pheonix. Nekashas became relaxed when they hear the voice of their savior. "Soon I shall be drinking ale with him." Nekashas misjudged the words and started cheering and celebrating, thinking that their savior was invited to a feast prepared by the gods in his honor. But what they hear next shocked them to their core. "I does not lament my death, but still it makes me wonder how the little piggies will grunt when they hear the trials of death of their old boar." Every one of them stopped. They can't believe their ears. They are thinking it is some kind of prank or something. Then they hear the final words of their savior, "I refuse to accept death with fear. My death comes without apology. I accept death with pride." Of a Pheonix silence everything inside the Nekasha's territory because silent their brain refused to accept this. They can't believe their Lord and Savior is no more. Kuo Academy. Issei removes his hand from inside RISER's. Then after that Kiba also removes his holy devil sword from inside of RISER's. Covered with RISER's blood. RISER's lifeless body soon falls down to the ground. Suddenly RISER runs towards Issei and give Gaim a big hug and a deep embrace. Everyone was so shocked they can't say a single word. They can't believe their eyes. Sona Citri, who was the fiancé of RISER Pheonix. They got engaged recently. She couldn't believe her future husband has just been killed in front of her by her ex-best friend. Peerage members on her ex-best friend's odor Valis started walking towards RISER. Death body hairs covered Valley eyes. Valley. Hey brother, don't prank with me, get up, we have a lot of work to do. Remember you promised you'll always be there for me after the death of my mother and father and being tortured by my own grandfather when I ran away from my house. You accepted me. You had given me food to eat, clothes to wear, a house to live in. You became my older brother and my only family, which I originally never had. So please wake up brother, don't do this to me, don't leave me. Don't you dare leave me alone, you beastie. Don't leave me alone once again. Don't make me an orphan once again who have no one by his side. Suddenly Valley original wings spread out along with his divine dividing wings. Albion, Governor General of the Fallen Angels, and Gregory Azazel. What is it, Albion? Albion. If you'd rather not die, then you should leave this place immediately for the sake of you and your fallen angels. And as for you devils responsible for the death of RISER Pheonix, you made a poor decision and now you must pay with your lives. Valley eyes started shining white like a dragon. Suddenly a many magic circle formed. Surzex, Lucifer, Seraphal, Leviathan along with devil army comes out of it. And please follow me at Wattpad. Thank you for all. Till now, Albion, Governor General of the Fallen Angels, and Gregory Azazel. What is it, Albion? Albion. If you'd rather not die, then you should leave this place immediately for the sake of you and your fallen angels. And as for you devils responsible for the death of RISER Pheonix, you made a poor decision and now you must pay with your lives. Valley eyes started shining white like a dragon. Suddenly a many magic circle formed. Surzex, Lucifer, Seraphal, Leviathan along with devil army comes out of it. Back to the story. Surzex, Lucifer and Seraphal, Leviathan along with devil army comes out of a magic circle to stop Kokabeel. The angel of the stars who had attacked Kuo town was under devil control for the time being and was governed by the heir of Citri clan, a high-class devil Sona Citri, and by Revel Pheonix. She was the sister of RISER Pheonix, another high-class devil heir of Pheonix clan who got recently engaged with Sona Citri. They got the information that Kokabeel along with other fallen angels have attacked the Kutown. Because of this they come prepared for the worst case scenario and brought devil army with them, but when they reached there they were shocked. They didn't anticipated they will found Governor General of the Fallen Angels and Gregory Azazel with his fallen army, a white-haired boy who had his demon vampiric class wings along with two dragon wings, which indicates he is the wielder of divine dividing, also known as the White Dragon. Emperor's light wings is a sacred gear, and one of the 18 Longinus, which should be impossible. No devil can have a sacred gear, also known as God's artifacts, are items with powerful abilities bestowed upon humans by God of the Bible. On top of that, white-haired boy has the Longinus, also known as tools that destroy God, are the 13 original top-tier sacred gears with enough power to kill gods, as well as 5 additional sacred gears that evolved to the same level. And most unexpected thing that they didn't anticipated and was not prepared for, they saw RISER Pheonix, heir of the Pheonix clan, also known as the hero of a Nekasha race, and he was also fiancé of Sona Citri, laying down in the ground with a big hole in place of his heart, and near him was standing Issei Hayadu and Kiba Utoa with BLD stains on their arms and clothes. They both were the reincarnated devils who were reincarnated by RISER Gremory, but because of her recently actions they were under RISER Pheonix for the time being. Then their eyes land upon Sona Citri, who was not far from there. They could see she was crying, which was a big deal because in the entire underworld heir of Citri clan was famous for her cold and strong heart. The first one who somewhat recovered from this shock was Devil King Surzex, Lucifer. Surzex, Lucifer. What the F is going on here? Seraphal, Leviathan was the second one to recover. She immediately went towards her sister to comfort her sister, and Surzex moved along with her to know what is going on here. Start playing this song from 39 seconds. The Devil Kings didn't even get a chance to understand what was going on here when they hear I, who am about to be awaken. I am the heavenly dragon who has taken the principles of supremacy from God. The white-haired boy started transforming into the white dragon in front of their very own eyes. His height started increasing, dragon features started appearing on his body, cold winds started flowing in the atmosphere, and temperature started decreasing. Clouds covers the entire sky. I envy no1 and I pity the weak. I shall become the white dragon of supremacy. Thunderclouds appears and lightning started strikes the ground near him, and the area around him ground itself started shaking. Who eradicate the fools who stands in his way, and I shall take you to the limits of white paradise. Juggernaut drive with sudden bust of power. The white-haired boy was gone, and in place of him stands a huge white dragon. Every soldier who was there, fallen or devil, was feelings that the dragon has came out of their worst nightmare. Dragon look at the sky and roar. His roar was so powerful it can be heard throughout the entire supernatural world, like he is proclaiming that the white dragon of supremacy has returned. And everyone who had heard about the stories and tale of red and white dragon emperors, how their fight resulted in destruction of the forces of the three factions who were originally made up of the forces of heaven, consisting of the biblical God and the angels, the forces of the underworld, consisting of the four original great Satans and the devils, and the fallen angels and the dragons, forced the entire three fractions to work together in order to stop dragons, which resulted in the death of original devil kings and countless soldiers. Not to the cross path of the dragon, many soldiers started panicking and started running away from the angry dragon. The huge white dragon moved towards the group of people, which consists of Rias, Gremory, Issei, Haidu, and Kiba Utoa. Dragon open his huge jaws to attack them and to tear their bodies and give them very painful death. Seeing this, Surzek, Lucifer, and Seraphal Leviathan, along with few devil soldiers, teleport in front of them to shield them with force field. They barely made it in time, but they were able to stop the dragon's jaws from tearing the bodies of Rias, Issei, and Kiba. The end. Please follow me at Wattpad. Thank you for all. Till now. The huge white dragon moved towards the group of people, which consists of Rias, Gremory, Issei, Haidu, and Kiba Utoa. Dragon open his huge jaws to attack them and to tear their bodies and give them very painful death. Seeing this, Surzek, Lucifer, and Seraphal Leviathan, along with few devil soldiers, teleport in front of them to shield them with force field. They barely made it in time, but they were able to stop the dragon's jaws from tearing the bodies of Rias, Issei, and Kiba. Back to the story. With the help of force field, they barely stopping the dragon's jaws from tearing the bodies of Rias, Issei, and Kiba. Seraphal Leviathan, formerly known as Seraphal Citri, she is the Satan Leviathan who was in charge of foreign affairs. She is the former heiress of the Citri clan and the eldest daughter of Lord and Lady Citri, and the older sister of Sona Citri. Unlike her serious younger sister, Seraphal is cheerful and possesses a childlike personality, which is evidenced when she addresses her sister as Sonican or Sotan and Surzex as Surzexgon. Adding to her childlike personality is the fact that most of her lines end with a star. She also has a deep sister complex and has a tendency to get her sister into embarrassing situations. Seraphal is the older sister of Sona Citri and the oldest sibling of the Citri family. During the war between the old Satan faction and anti-Satan faction, she was part of the anti-Satan faction that opposed the old Satan faction, which ended in their victory, and she was eventually promoted to the position of Satan Leviathan, losing her right as the heir of the Citri clan in the process. That's Seraphal Leviathan everybody knows nowadays, but very few people know the original Seraphal Citri, who was very clever and cold-hearted merciless killer. She was also known by various other names, but two names stood up the most during the Devil Civil War: Messenger of Death and the Ice Queen. The word mercy didn't exist in her dictionary, and the numbers of bodies she buried during the Devil Civil War had led down the foundation of the new Devil Society. After the Civil War has ended, she locked her original cold, merciless personality deep inside her and replaced it with the cheerful and a childlike personality, which will evidenced when she addresses Surzex as Surzexgon or Zekchon. Adding to her childlike personality is the fact that most of her lines end with a star. She did that because she wanted to be the new generation's role model and she wanted to spread happiness, she wanted to be their reason for happiness and joy. But right now, seeing her dear sister crying for her died fiancé, her old lockdown personality started to surface again. She looked at Rias with a cold glare. "What did you do?" Serafal asked Rias, which sounding more like demanding to know what Rias has done. Serzek was about to say something, but one look from the Serafal make him shut his mouth. Because he knows that look, that cold sharp look which reminded him of Battlefield of Devil Civil War. Rias can't able to say something. She didn't anticipated something like this would ever happen. All she wanted to kill the man known as the RISER Pheonix, the bastard who came in her life and ruin everything in her life. Because of him she lost her peerage, she lost her birthright of the Gremory clan's heiress after her oldest brother, Serzex, took the position of Lucifer. She was the sole daughter and youngest child of Father Zeoticus and her mother Venelana Gremory. She was the aunt of Milikas Gremory, and the maternal cousin of Serorg and Magdaran Bale. She became known as the Crimson-Haired Ruin Princess, because of the color of my hair and power of destruction, and was the role model for many young devils. But now she was nothing. She was no longer the heir of the and a high-class devil. She lost the total control over Kuo Town. All her peerage has been taken away from her, and they are now under that son of a beach riser. She was banished to the earth for 5,000 years. It was all because of him. She wanted to destroy him, and she wanted to have her revenge against RISER Pheonix. That's why she planned that she will manipulate Issei with her body, because she knows Issei was an pervert and can do anything to have Issei with her. The hardest part was to manipulate Kiba, because he didn't have a reason to kill RISER, but she somehow managed to manipulate him by telling him how he can't refuse her after all, how she saved his life and provide him a place to live and give him food to eat. But she never in her dreams anticipated something like this was gonna happen. Before Rias could make any excuses, Serafal quickly connected the dots and started releasing the dangerous aura. But before Serafal could do something, she hears divide device. The force field breaks down and they came face to face against the huge angry white dragon. The end. The Red Dragon Emperor. Please follow me at Wattpad. Thank you for all. Till now. Before Rias could make any excuses, Serafal quickly connected the dots and started releasing the dangerous aura. But before Serafal could do something, she hears divide device. The force field breaks down and they came face to face against the huge angry white dragon. Back to the story. The force field break down and they came face to face against the huge angry white dragon who was looking at them. This whole mess was created by your wear of a sister. I will not gonna fight this beast to protect this wear and her toys. I am going to comfort my sister who had just lost her fiancé, and if your sister somehow managed to survive this beast, she's gonna die by hands, and I will try to make it as painless as possible because she is your sister. Bisection, said Serafal, and she teleported away towards Sona. Suddenly white dragon roar and make everyone paralyze and they move except Serafal, who had teleport just before the mighty dragon roar. Issei wanted to do something, anything to survive this, when suddenly pulled inside his mindscape. Inside Issei mindscape. Issei was shocked and can't understand where was he. The last thing he remember was he was standing in front of a large white dragon who roared at him. When everything went black, he looked around to find where he is, when suddenly he saw huge pillars of fire and a massive red dragon looking at him with intense stare. Like dragon was judging his soul. Drag, I came here to bargain, said Issei. The red dragon stares intensify. Drag, help me and my soul will be yours, said Issei, believing with the power of the Red Dragon Emperor he can defeat White Dragon Emperor, or at least he can manage to survive at the worst case scenario. Issei remembered who this red massive dragon was. Drag is one of the two heavenly dragons and the archrival of Albion. He is called the Red Dragon, known as the Welsh Dragon, Drag Gotch, Red Dragon Emperor and Red Dragon Emperor of Domination, who resides within the Longinus, boosted gear, wielded by Issei Hayu. He is feared among the angels, fallen angels, devils and the various other factions in the world for his destructive powers, which are said to be able to kill both gods and Satans. Issei also remembered the time when he sacrificed his left arm for the power of Red Dragon Emperor to fight RISER Pheonix in the raiding game. Issei remembers DDE word, you will know soon enough. Get stronger for that coming day. I will give you my power anytime you want. However, keep it in your mind that it will come with a sacrifice of something great. I will give you something that is worth the sacrifice. You can show it to those who laughed at you. The existence of a dragon, that is, Diderigi said to Issei hide during the when Issei scarified his left arm to the dragon for the power. Diderigi started laughing. Who do you think you are, boy? You came here to bargain with me. You want me to give you my power to fight and survive against the White Dragon Emperor, and in return I'll get your soul, said Digi. Yes, help me to fight and survive against the White Dragon Emperor and my soul will be yours, said Issei, thinking Didi gonna accept his offer and will give him power. But how wrong he was. Didi again started laughing and said something which Issei never had expected. Didi, why, what do you mean, Whites? Give me your powers and help me to fight and survive against the White Dragon Emperor and my soul will be yours, said Issei. And why would I do that? Why do you that I gonna give you my power in exchange for your filthy soul at first place, said Digi. What do you mean, said Issei in shock. You see, devil, we dragons are noble creatures. Didi started telling Issei how in the past, Drake was a fearsome dragon known to have powerful flames that can incinerate anything, including gods, and will never go out till they burn the opponents to ashes. Drake eventually met Albion, who was immune to his flames. Happy to meet someone who can rival him, Drake sealed his flames and started to compete with Albion to improve themselves, developing techniques such as boost and penetrate, and both eventually became famous as the two heavenly dragons. During their many battles to improve themselves, both the heavenly dragons rampaged in the realm of the dead. Drake also fought against Grendel and Senna at an undisclosed time in the past. Before the start of the Great War, Drake had borrowed some of Tiamat's legendary treasures for his upcoming battle with Albion. At one point, while continuing his battle with his arch-rival, the vanishing dragon, Albion, which was interrupted by the angels, devils, and fallen angels who were at war during the time. In anger, both dragons attacked the leaders of the three factions, which led to their bodies being destroyed and their souls being sealed into two separate sacred gears, with Drake being placed inside the Longinus sacred gear, boosted gear. So in easy words and in summary, I will not gonna help someone who lost all his morals and thinking capacity for having SEC with a filthy devil, because who knows how you gonna trash my name in future. People may started calling me by different names like SEC Dragon Emperor or Perverted Dragon Emperor or the Issei Dragon Emperor if I help you right now, said Didi to Issei. And the end of part 1. Please follow me at Wattpad. Thank you for all. Till now. So in easy words and in summary, I will not gonna help someone who lost all his morals and thinking capacity for having AC with a filthy devil, because who knows how you gonna trash my name in future. People may started calling me by different names like AC Dragon Emperor or Perverted Dragon Emperor or the Issei Dragon Emperor if I help you right now, said Issei. Back to the story. Surzek understand he is not gonna receive any help from Seraphal and Devil Army except from those who are loyal to him. He did the best next thing he can and called Graphia and Gremory clan personal army and members of his personal army to help him and started fighting the White Dragon Emperor. Seraphal on the other went towards her sister and hugged her tightly. The cold and strict devil of the newest generation Sona Citri started crying in her big sister's shoulder and hugged her. Seraphal while hugging Sona she suddenly remember of Ravel. She quickly noticed Ravel Pheonix, the sister of late RISER Pheonix, is still unconscious on the ground. She indicated few trusted devils to help her and teleport her to Underworld Best Devil Hospital, which owned by Citri clan. Seraphal after minutes noticed Sona started sleeping in her arms and understand that this day it took a huge troll in her sister's body and mind and gesture her most trusted female devil to teleport Sona to her room on the other side of the battlefield. Azazel and other fallen angels don't know what to do. Everything is happening too quickly, but after seeing Valet in his White Dragon Emperor form is fighting Surzek Lucifer and his personal army, which also includes the strongest queen in Underworld, he decided to help his adopted son, but to start a direct conflict with a devil king may result in the beginning of another great war between the three fractions, which may result in death of millions of people, because for this greater good Azazel didn't direct interfere in the battle between Surzek and White Dragon Emperor. Azazel did the best next thing and teleport near Seraphal. I must stop Surzek, I can't let him kill my adopted son. Azazel said to Seraphal. Don't worry about it. Surzek along with his personal army can't able to stop the beast, because the more angry the dragons gets more Stronger they become, Serafal, while looking at the fight between the Surzek and Azazel's so-called adopted son. What do you mean, Serafal? You know as well as I do, Surzek is one of the strongest devil king in his true destruction form, where he cover himself with power of destruction and can destroy anything he touches, asked confused Azazel. Don't worry about the Surzek true form, he can't transform into it without Devil Council approval because of the seal which was placed on him, which requires the approval of every member of Devil High Council. Now tell me, Azazel, how in the Seven Hell is the original Devil King and the wielder of the Longinus Divine Dividing, being the possessor of the Vanishing Dragon? Albion is your adopted son, said Serafal. How did you know he belongs to the original Devil King? Asked Azazel. You see, Azazel, devil wings are divided into 3 classes. Normal class. All devils nowadays have this wing class. It is a standard for all devils. Their wings take on a bat-like appearance and sprout from the lower back. The number of wings can vary, but the maximum is 10 wings. Though there are some differences in this class per pillar. Pheonix wings. Pheonix wings. This is a prime example of a pillar having a different wing appearance. The Pheonix pillar is known for their wings of phoenix flames, but the only way to tell how powerful they are is how large the wingspan can get. Demonic class. Demonic class wings are wings that only appear on the head of the 72 pillars, draconic in appearance and able to drain the BLD from its victims. This wing class is a very deadly weapon in combat if used effectively. Another name for them is vampire class, as of the wing's ability to drain the BLD of the victim. The standard number of this wing class is a maximum of 14 wings or 7 pairs, demon vampiric class. This class of wings is the most powerful of all the wing classes, huge dragon wings that have hellfire burning in between each of the wing's fingers and poisonous spikes on the fingertips of each wing. This wing class is only found on the inner circle houses of Lucifer, Leviathan, Legion, Amadeus, and Beelzebub. This is due to Lucifer changing his angel wings to monstrous creations worthy of his new title as the devil, and he showed his generals how to change their wings as well. As to why that devils that are in charge of the government do not have these wings is because they are in name only. The maximum number of wings for this class is 30, but the wings are hereditary instead of grow with the power of the devil. Lucifer and his wife, Lilith, only had 30 wings or 15 pairs, but as the newer generation of devils of the original descendants of devil kings is weaker, comparatively weaker than the originals, but still it doesn't change the fact that all the living descendants of the devil kings have those demon vampiric class wings, which indicates their original lineage, said Serafal. While Serafal and Azazel having here conversation, they suddenly felt some uninvited guests also enters into the battlefield. They quickly trying to find those uninvited guests. They saw someone they least expected to see, Kateria Leviathan. They both had the information from their sources that Kateria Leviathan was one of the 3 leaders of the old Satan faction. She was a descendant of the original Leviathan. She and the other descendants of the original Satans, except Valley, believed that the current devil system was mistaken and sought to change it by killing the current Satans and taking control of the underworld. Kateria Leviathan. Kateria, why the hell are you here? I didn't expect to see you today. Why even in the name of Staten are you here? Tell me, and what the hell do you want? Said Serafal in range. Don't worry, Serafal. Today, I'll kill you at this place and take the title of Mal Leviathan for myself. Who would have thought I gonna found Governor General of Fallen Angels along with 2 fake devil kings here? This place gonna be your graveyard, says Kateria Leviathan, and with the snap of her fingers many human wizards along with stray devil, fallen, and angels started appearing on the battlefield with magical portals. Attack. With the swift motion of her hand, Kateria Leviathan orders her army to attack. Azazel and Serafal prepare themselves along with their combined troops of fallen angels and devils started fighting Kateria Leviathan army, which consists of human wizards along with stray devil, fallen, and angels, and full-on battle started between them while this whole chaos was going on. And when nobody is looking, one portal appears and open near RISER Pheonix body, and appealing red-haired women with deep blue eyes steps into battlefield. RISER, my love, I can't let you die, you will come back to me, says the red-headed women left the battlefield along with the body of RISER Pheonix, whom no one paying attention because of the chaos going on in battlefield. D&D, this how the red-headed women looks like. Time skip. 3 years later, a lot have happened in these 3 years. I was